ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa mo kí yín káàkiri gbogbo ibi tí ẹ bá ti ń wò wá. Ṣé mọ̀ pé a ṣètò kan lẹ́ẹ̀kan tá a ti ń yànnàná gbogbo ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀, àwọn kan wà tá a kọ́fà tán o. Ṣé mọ̀ wípé FALZ tí ń kọrin ọmọ Fálànà wọ́n kọlù lónìí. Ẹ súnmọ́ bí ẹ tún wá gbọ́ ntí Charlie Boy náà sọ. Ṣé rí ètò tí mo mú wá ètò tó lágbára. Àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kan wà lónìí tó tún ṣẹlẹ̀. This is another new one láti ti uncover àwọn nǹkan kan tẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ nípa tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ bá ń pe àwọn èèyàn wa pé kí wọ́n wọlé pa tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Now kì í wá ṣèyẹn nìkan, àwọn àṣírí kan lọ́pọ̀ yanturu tí wọ́n á tú gan. Ok, mi ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ torí ẹ̀ mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa káàbọ̀ káàkiri gbogbo bí tẹ́ bá ti lórí ọ̀fẹ́ tẹ́ ti ń wò wá. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ojú tuntun ẹ mọ́ gbàgbé láti subscribe sórí ìkànnì wa kẹ́ bá lè mọ gbádùn gbogbo programs tá à ń ṣe. News wa ni ẹ gbádùn ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ nínú ayé, ìlera lọ́rọ̀, gbogbo ẹ̀ ó wà níbí, ẹ máa gbádùn ẹ̀. Láì wá fàkókò wa ṣòfò, ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbé Mr. Olamide wọlé. Àwọn gangan ni wọ́n ṣe àkójọ eléyìí, wọ́n dẹ̀ gbìyànjú gan. Mr. Olamide, ìmọ̀ yín ò ní dọ́bà, ọgbọ́n Ọlọ́run láyé yín yóò máa pọ̀ sí ni. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbé Mr. Olamide wọlé kẹ́ ẹ tún wá rí àwọn àṣírí ńlá. Ó yá ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa.
A wí fún wọn tó o, àwọn náà ò gbà o, bọ̀rọ̀ náà bá dàrú o, àwọn náà ò gbà o. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ti ń rí àpẹẹrẹ ohun tí àwa sọ fún wọn tá à ń pariwo látijọ́ pé ẹ má gbin ẹ̀pà sóko okún, ẹ ti róko okún lẹ̀, ẹ má gbin ẹ̀pà sí, ẹ jẹ́ á darapọ̀ ká sọ ohun tó yẹ ká ṣe ohun tó yẹ. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ fún yín dájí, mo ní èèyàn kan bí mi ó ní ṣé wọn náà ti ṣe tá àti dìbò, ṣé ó dìbò? Mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọn ó dìbò, àmọ́ ìbò tèmi orílẹ̀-èdè olómìnira Yorùbá òun lèmi dì fún, òun ni màá sì mọ̀ dì fún tí ayé ò fi parẹ́. Mi ò níbi tí mo fẹ́ dì mí sí. Orílẹ̀-èdè olómìnira Yorùbá nìkan lèmi dìbò fún, n ò dìbò fẹ́nikẹ́ni, n ò ṣe ẹgbẹ́ olóṣèlú. Ẹgbẹ́ kan ṣoṣo tèmi mọ̀ òun ni ẹgbẹ́ àwọn ajìjàǹgbara àti ok èèyàn kan sọ fún mi pé kí n increase volume. Ẹ chẹ́kì fóònù yín dáadáa kó má jẹ́ pé àtọ̀dọ̀ yín ni, nítorí ó ní mò ń wò lọ́wọ́ báyìí ó dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè dáadáa, ó já gerege. So ẹ chẹ́kì fóònù yín, ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ àtọ̀dọ̀ yín ni, ẹ má bínú. Alàgbà Samson Alani mo kí yín, mo rí yín bẹ̀. Flo Yetunde Talabi Àìná mo kí yín. Ọlátúndé Amúsàn mo kí yín. Mo yìn yín láwo, ẹ ṣé tẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Olúdàdá Oṣòdì Aileru, thank you, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Prince Williams Ladi Adéfìlà, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àtàtà, yóò yẹ yín kò ní yẹ ẹ lẹ́ o. Ẹ jèrè ẹ fèrè jẹ̀kọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ikú ò ní pa yín ní rèwerèwe, ẹ dàgbà ẹ dògbó láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àmọ́ rí yín bá o, ọmọ ọba ìbá yín 1 million. Mo kí yín o. Ìyáàfin Shekinat Ọmọwùmí mo kí yín bẹ̀, ẹ ṣé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Alàgbà Àyìndé Alwidad, mo kí ẹ̀yin náà, mo rí yín bẹ̀, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Alàgbà Ọlátúndé Saheed Tèmítáyọ̀, ẹ ṣé ẹ káàbọ̀ tẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ mi. Kí tó mọ wí wótòwótò mi síwájú sí, ẹ mọ́ bínú, wọ́n mọ̀ da méjèèjì pọ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí. Kódà yóò ju méjì lọ, ó ṣeé ṣe ká tún fi broken mọ́ ká mọ́ da gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ra wọn. Bí mo ṣe jókòó yìí, b'Elédùmarè bá tún gbé ẹ̀mí pé ká mọ̀ ṣèdè Haúsá àbí ká mọ̀ sọ Faransé, tó bá gbé wọ̀ mí, bó bá gbé ti Jámánì wọ̀ mí, gbogbo ẹ̀ lásọ láàárọ̀ yìí. Ẹ ní bínú sí mi. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, brother mi pàtàkì from another mother, Mr. Abdulgafar, you are welcome, sir. You are cited. You are highly respected. You are welcome. Alàgbà Umaru Azan, mo kí yín, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe ń sọ tí mo ń bá bọ̀, mo ní oríṣiríṣi ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́nu ìgbà tílẹ̀ ti mọ́ yìí. Ẹni tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí FALZ, the bad guy, ọmọ bàbá wa agbẹjọ́rò Fálànà tí gbogbo wa mọ̀. ṣé mọ̀ pé lónìí níbi tí wọ́n ti ń dìbò ọlọ́run ló yọ ọlọ́run ló kó yọ nítorí pé ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ó ń fi ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ó fi ń rìkọ́ọ̀dù ó ń ṣe àwọn nǹkan kan lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára àwọn èèyàn kan yabo kódà wọ́n gba fóònù tó fi ń ṣe ohun tó ń ṣe wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ó ní láti sá àsálà fún ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ni mo yìn láwo nítorí pé ó jẹ́ akíkanjú pó tiẹ̀ gbójúgbóyà ó sì tún lè ṣe irú nǹkan tó ṣe ṣùgbọ́n tá à ń sọ fún gbogbo wọn ni pé àwọn tó gbé tó ilẹ̀ tó ní kẹ́ wá dìbò àti gbogbo ohun tó ń ṣe lẹ̀ irọ́ ni wọ́n ń pa fún yín ohun tó bá fẹ́ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ wo bí olèyàn kan ó ní brother mi Abdulgafar tí wọ́n ń sọ pé his phone was stolen during the incident bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n gbẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ bákan náà mo lè fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ fún yín ìdí tèmi fi ń sọ eléyìí ni pé sórí wọ tí Ọlọ́run bá fún ẹ ní àǹfààní tó bá ní ìkànnì kan tó ti lè bá àwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ gbìyànjú tó bá nírú àwọn fọ́nrán yìí àbí tó bá nírú ròyìn tó bá ti dẹ́ ẹ lójú tẹ́rí ẹ wà ẹ sọ lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára torí àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ìròyìn gbogbo yálà móhùnmáwòrán ni àbáyé agbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ ìjọba Nàìjíríà ò ní gbà wọ́n láàyè láti sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ìròyìn nítorí pé nígbẹ̀yìn nígbà tí wọ́n bá ṣe gbogbo arúmọjẹ àti mọ̀dàrú tán fẹ́ ṣe tán wọ́n fẹ́ jáde wá sọ fún gbogbo àgbáyé pé gbogbo nǹkan lọ nírọ̀wọ́rọsẹ̀ kò sí ẹnikẹ́ni tó dí ẹnikẹ́ni lọ́wọ́ kò sí wàhálà ohun tán fẹ́ jáde tán fẹ́ wá sọ nìyẹn mo dẹ̀ tún sọ mo ní èèyàn kan bí mi ó ní ṣé wọ́n ní dìbò ni mo ní bá dìbò ìbò tèmi orílẹ̀-èdè olómìnira ti Yorùbá ni mo dì fún mo sì ti dì òní sì mọ́ dì fún lọ títí tí ayé ò fi parẹ́ ẹnikẹ́ni ò lè yí padà lọ́kàn mi ìyẹn jẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ àwògedengbe mo wá ní oríṣiríṣi ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́nu wọn bá àgbà tí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ohun tí wọ́n ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí ǹjẹ́ jẹ́ mọ̀ pé fọ́nrán wà lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára eléyìí ṣe pé wọ́n sọ fún mi o àbí wọ́n ní àbí àní this is not something that somebody told me this is something that I saw I myself saw the video yes there is a video right there out there on the internet where you can see MC Oluomo standing at a polling booth and bragging, telling everybody, you dare not come in here and vote for any other person but Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you don't vote for Tinubu, you cannot vote here. Yes, it's right out there on the internet. This is not Photoshop. This is not an edited anything. This was a live video. The man was standing there bragging. And see, why am I touching on this? Why am I talking about this? I'm just trying to call your attention to some things that we have been telling you. Is this the type of people that you want to rule you? Think about it. Think smart, think deep. Because right now, they are not even federally in power. But the only place where they believe they have the control, you can see and you can tell what they are doing. They believe that whatever they say should be the final and nobody should examine it or say anything otherwise. And this is why we are telling you this is so dangerous. You are all playing a risky game, thinking because you love somebody, thinking because somebody is from your tribe or anything, but you are not actually looking at the true picture of things that mo máa ń pòwe kan fún wa mo lọ́rọ̀ yìí ó dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ nísinsìn kúnnu sí ni àwọn òbí tí ó ń wọ́ ọmọ tí wọ́n rọ́mọ bí. Let me credit this to our baba Chief Araba of Oshogbo land, Chief Ifayemi Elebuibon, because I remember this story vividly. This was something I watched when I was little growing up. Baba Elebuibon made that play because, you know, Baba had a program then that always shows on BCOS and NTA Ibadan, if I'm not mistaken. And Baba always presents his program with the Ifa analogy and stuff. So this was something that happened then. And in the play, may he so rest in peace, the late Koledowo He was so young then. He was the one that played Omolokun Omonide. And you all know him. You know his character. When he acts a character for you, you know how he brings it out into real life. So Omolokun was a child that the parents went to the gods to beg because they don't have a child. And they were warned that, well, you need to be patient so that you will give birth to a good child, a responsible and reliable child. But you have to be patient. But they were adamant that they can no longer wait. They don't want to wait. So you can see the relevance of what I'm saying. Because that is what is happening to some people now. They are eager. They just want something. They really don't care what happened afterwards. So the parents said, no, we will take whatever is available now. We don't want to wait. And then, lo and behold, they had this child. And they named him Omolokun. But there was a warning that this child that you are asking for is a special child. Whenever he demands for something, you have to give it to him. Because if you don't give it to him, there will be consequences. So whatever he demands, you have to give it. So in the play, Omolokun was growing up. And all of a sudden, Omolokun will go around the community and start killing people's chicken. So everybody will come to the house shouting and yelling, oh, you need to pay me for my chicken. Your child just killed my chicken. So the parents, being rich, they don't mind. They will just pay them off and say, okay, what if he kills your chicken? I'm going to pay for it. And then that should be the end of it. But lo and behold, after a while, Omolokun moved another step further and started killing goats. That went on for a while until there are no more goats to kill. Then Omolokun moved a step further again, started killing cows. And the parents, they are paying for all this. Remember now, they've been told they cannot refuse him anything he requests. So whenever Omolokun does something, they cannot question him. They are afraid. But they believe they have money. They can pay off, whoever they have to pay off. Now, after Omolokun finished killing all the animals in the community, he started killing people. And his parents are always like, well, they must have done something to annoy him. And in that case, they got what they deserved. But let me round it up by letting you know, at the end of the day, when there was nobody else to be killed, Omolokun killed his parent. Omolokun ended up killing his own parent. So that's the long and short of the story. What I want you to get out of it is that when you feel like it's okay for you to pacify a demon, you can pacify that demon for as long as you want to. But at the end of the day, it will hit you last. You are going to be that demon's last meal at the end of the day. So if you are looking at it now today that, well, maybe they are trying to deal with the Igbos. They don't want the Igbos to steal their vote. I promise you today, when the Igbos are no longer there, and it's just the in-house caucus amongst us, the Yorubas, the same thing they are doing to those Igbos today that you are laughing and you think it is the right thing to do, they are going to do it to some of you. Yes. They are going to do it to some of you. Even some of you that are their friends. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́jọ́ rẹ̀ wọn, tẹ́jọ́ ń jẹ, tẹ́jọ́ mú ń sìn. Ńgbà tí ò bá sí àwọn Igbo tán fẹ́ máa ṣerú kinní yẹn sí mọ́ ńgbà tó bá yá. Ìwọ tó jára wọn gan tẹ́jọ́ jẹ́ Yorùbá tó jẹ́ pàdé wọn, wọ́n máa ṣe sí ẹ. Ìsìn ló yẹ kí everybody pẹnu pọ̀ kán bá olè wí. Ṣé àwọn èèyàn tí ò tí ì sí nípò agbára tí wọ́n tí ì jẹ ààrẹ tó jẹ́ pé ìlú Èkó tí wọ́n rò pé bóyá wọ́n ti lágbára wọ́n ń hùwà kò sẹ́ni tó lè mú mi ṣé wọn pa sọ fún yín nígbà tẹ́rí tán kó armor tank jọ tán kó gbogbo ẹ̀jọ́ bíi pé ogun ti wọ̀lú bíi pọ́n fẹ́ jagun armor tank tí wọ́n kó jáde láti kojú Boko Haram tí wọ́n kó jáde láti kojú bandits láti lé wọn wọlé láti mú wọn tán wá kó jáde nítorí pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe election ṣé wọn pa sọ fọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín pé ohun tó ń ṣe ó yé wọn ó yé ọmọ tó ń sunkún ó yé èrè ìyá ẹ̀ tó ń rẹ̀ dákẹ́ wọ́n mọ ohun tó ń ṣe ó yé wọn kò rú wọn lójú ẹjọ́ gbogbo armor tank tí wọ́n kó kalẹ̀ yẹn tán kó káàkiri àtàwọn sójà tẹ̀rí àtọlọ́pàá níbo ni wọ́n wà nígbà tí MC Olúọmọ dúró tó ń bragado pé wọ́n bí ẹnikẹ́ni dáa kó wá sí polling booth yẹn kó wá dìbò fún anybody tó yàtọ̀ sí Tinubu. I don't have anything against Tinubu, but let's be honest and sincere with ourselves. Let's be honest and sincere with ourselves. And this is also to answer your questions. That why are you people against this? Why are you saying you want Yoruba nation? It's because we know this is not going to work. It has never worked and it's never going to work. But we know we can start afresh by having our own nation and making, realistic rules. Because whatever they have on ground right now, whatever they are running on, is just something that some people sat together and everybody brought ideas that would benefit them and put them together and say, okay, this will be your constitution. Based on a before-known fact that they claim to have the highest number. They claim to have the highest population in that country called Nigeria. And they know as long as they can stick to that, there's no way any one of us can checkmate them on that. It's always going to be whatever they want. It's always going to be whatever they like. And whenever it turns the other way, it's going to turn to something else. But before I go any further, join me. Let's watch this video together. You all know Charlie Boy. Gbogbo alamo Charlie Boy. I don't need to tell you. Gbogbo alamo ẹni tí Charlie Boy ń tẹ̀lé tó fẹ́ dìbò fún. Ìyẹn ò jẹ́ hidden agenda. Gbogbo alamo. Gbogbo aládẹ mọye show. Gbogbo campaign tán ti ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tán ti sọ. But believe you me, lónìí àfi tí n bá padà rí nínú ìròyìn pé Charlie Boy padà vote. Kò tí sí anything tó fún Charlie Boy ní assurance bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé ó máa dìbò lẹ́ni. Ó dẹ̀ register. Let's listen to this. Let's watch this together. Come along with me.
Okay, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
What's your name?
My name is Anamadi Adej.
Okay, where's your polling unit?
Yeah. In Shomolu. I was saying beside the word for the O4.
Okay, so this is 9:15 and we can see that the election is yet to start. Please, have you gotten any information from the INEC officials and what do you think you're waiting for right now?
Yeah, we are trying to wait for the beavers. The beavers to work. Because people have started accreditation since like 30 minutes ago. Understand? So if the beaver starts working, then we commence the voting.
What exactly is wrong with the beavers?
I think they are having network issues on it. Yes, network. There's network issue on it. You understand? So the INEC official said we should wait for like 30 minutes because we are asking for them to bring. Is there a way they can bring another one? They said no. That we should wait for like 30 minutes. Yes.
So we can see that a lot of people are not out here to vote. Why do you think people are not turning up yet?
What actually happens is that some people are still verifying their name on the list. On the list, you can see there's a list over there. Yes, so they will try to verify their name first. When they verify their name, then they will now come back here for accreditation. That's all.
Right. Thank you very much. Who is your candidate for today's election?
My kind. I will vote my conscience.
Okay.
Yes, now.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time.
No problem.
Hello, good morning, brother.
Hi, good morning.
What's your name?
My name is Jide.
Today. Okay, so we're here at a polling unit in Shomolu and we can see that the election have not started at 9:15, right? Yes, 9:15. So what do you think is wrong currently?
Okay, the reason for the delay, it's actually with the biometric machine they brought. the Beavers. They said it's having some icks. I think their network is pretty bad, so they are telling us now that they will go bring another one. So we don't know when they will bring that, and we are still expectant of INEC to do the right thing. So another thing they said that is really bothering me is the fact that the election is to start for 8:30 and close 2:30. And now we have spent over 1 hour 25 minutes here and we've not been accredited or neither start to vote. So I don't know if they would extend our time here, but I'll be glad if they will do that, because that's the only thing that will make this election fair and fair.
Why do you think we're looking at the units currently and we're not seeing a lot of people as we should? Why do you think people are yet to turn up as much as they should?
Reason she's Simbi by. Okay, you actually asked a question. Let me answer it first in English and I will reply back in Yoruba. You asked a question, why are people not here? We don't have much crowd here to vote. Okay, the answer now is in my language. I want you to see me by Latin vote based on the fact that most people they've relocated to places. They've sold houses, people, buying their own place and all that. And this happens every now and then in every election. So the issue of changing location is another thing that is really affecting INEC and is affecting the election itself. So maybe they will find a way of relocate to other places, take your ballot, your vote card to other local governments, then things can easily be done.
So are you ready to deliver your candidate today? Whoever your candidate is, are you ready to deliver him today?
Honestly speaking, that's my topmost priority. The reason why I came outside, I'm not an enthusiast of elections, but today I want to make history with Nigeria, so I came out today to make history.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Very unhappy, sad person right now. I've been to 3-4 polling centers, and you know something? I can't even find my name. My name is not on the list, and I'm sitting.
You are all listening to Charlie Boy, the area father himself. You see, we told you, these people know how to tame everybody, because this is their game and they are good at it. This is their game and they are good at it. You cannot beat them at their game. You can't. There's nothing you can do to beat them at their game. They are the one that formulated this game. They know how to play it, and they know how to play it well. You all remember what Charlie Boy has been saying all this while when it comes out. And you remember what FALZ, the bad guy, has been saying, and the rest of them and everybody. Even though some of us were trying to call their attention to the fact that you guys are experienced. You know what is going to happen at the end of the day. But they told us to keep our mouth shut. Rather than for most of these guys to, join forces with some of us that are saying that the best thing is just for them to, let everybody go their separate way, so that we don't keep repeating this same process over and over and over and over again. Because if you are doing the same thing all the time and you are getting just one single result, it's not going to change until you change the procedure, until you change what you are doing. Then that is when you can expect to see a different result. It's not about we are not collecting their money. We are going to vote our conscience. These people know that a lot of us will vote our conscience, even sometimes when you collect their money. But they have their own way to perfect all these acts and make sure that they get what they want out of it. And that's why we are telling you that, no, it will not work. We understand what you are saying. We know what you meant. But all of them are birds of the same feather. They understand what is going on. Even Obi, that most of you are yelling and fighting for, he has been part of the process before. He has benefited from it. So today, if they use it against him, he will only make noise. At the end of the day, he will keep quiet. Same thing goes for Atiku. Same thing goes for Tinubu. All of them. But see, the Fulanis will always get whatever they want, no matter what you do. no matter how hard you try. Ask yourself, you saw those armor tanks being rolled out in the southwest, south, and in the southeast. But go and search. Ask yourself, how many places in the north did they roll out the tanks? If you find a place, one single place, then that is their joker, so that when you come up with allegations that they roll out armor tanks in your land, then they will point to that one place and say, we also did it here in the north. But guess what? If they like today, at that one place where they have the armor tanks stationed in the north, let them start killing each other and do whatever they like. Those armor tanks will not shoot one, those armor tanks will not fire one shot. No single person will be arrested. But right here on the other side, you will find out later on today. I already got news that somebody has been shot. I got news that somebody has already been shot already by one of those military men. And I have a video that somebody sent to me where one of the military men was parading and showing a grenade launcher and harassing people. So are they doing that in the north right now? No. But let's listen to what area father has to say. Charlie Boy himself.
Yeah, wondering why. Why is my name not on the list? Wondering how many other people have the same kind of problem that I have. Okay, madam, I don't see you just they walk up and down here. Like they walk up and down. What did they happen?
I registered at Unit 13. NNPC gates.
Yeah.
And I've been voting there. Since I came out by 8 o'clock, I've been looking for my name. It's not there. They said they split it. I should go to Osborne.
Yeah.
I went to Osborne. I tried from here to Osborne. Came back. They said, yeah, go online. I went online. They said the Gerard Road one. And it's not found anywhere.
Because everywhere where they go, I don't go 4 places now. And they see you.
Yes. And I met her there.
So, you all heard what the woman said, and you heard what Charlie Boy, area father himself, said. And like I told you, even FALZ, the bad guy, was chased away. And it's a sad news, but I have to let you know, and I have to tell you. I saw the video of this woman. She was stabbed. It was like, I don't know even if it's already in her eyes, but already so close to the eyes. I really can't tell right now. I hope she doesn't go blind, or because she wanted to exercise a fundamental human right, a God-given franchise that she believed in. And she believed today she wanted to make history with most Nigerians. They believe they want to turn things around. They want to do something different. Just like the young man said in that video that you just watched. But what happened to her? She has been stabbed in the eye. Yes. I'm not quite sure if it's directly in her eye, but you can see it's somewhere around here. She has been stabbed. Why? I saw the video when it started. She was saying something about somebody, because of the power and the authority that has been vested in them, lock the gates to the polling unit. And you can only get in there if you tell them and you promise them you are voting for a particular candidate. If you are not doing that, you are not allowed to go in there and vote, even though you are registered there, and that's the only place where you can vote. So, does that sound like a country to you? Does that sound like something that a reasonable person should say, this is what I want, this is where I want to be? No. For you to believe in that, or for you to say you want to stay with that, then something must be wrong upstairs. Something must be wrong with you upstairs, because your safety is not guaranteed. It means you have no voice. It means your vote doesn't count. Because if somebody, an individual, He's not even a policeman. He does not belong to any of the law enforcement agencies. He's not even your governor, not your local government councillor, chairman, or anything, because even those ones, we can say sometimes power gets into their head. I'm talking about an ordinary person like you, stands at the gate and is going to examine you before you go in, and be sure that you are not voting any other person apart from the person they want you to vote. Otherwise, you are not coming in. And they are telling you they have soldiers positioned everywhere to take care of trouble. I can hear this lady before she was stabbed, yelling, shouting, calling, where are the police? Where are the military men? They need to come here and help us. But lo and behold, later on I saw in the video she has been stabbed in the eyes. She has been stabbed. That's somebody's sister. That's somebody's wife, probably somebody's mother. Today, because she stood for what she believed in, they've rendered her handicapped. I hope she survives. As for FALZ, I don't know where he is right now, but I know he ran away. He ran away from the scene. See, for some of you that also like to blab, Ọlọ́run lágbára, ó máa ṣe gbá, ó máa ṣàwo, ó ṣe sálọ, mọ̀jàmọ̀ sálà máa kíkanjú lógun. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, akíkanjú tó bá mọ̀jà tí ó mọ̀ sá, irú wọn máa ń bá ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ogun lọ ni. And he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. Gbogbo alámọ̀ pé gbajúgbajà akíkanjú ògbóǹtarìgì lọ́yà ni bàbá FALZ. Tí wọ́n bá lè ṣerú nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe sí FALZ yẹn, sí FALZ, tí wọ́n bẹ̀rù pé bàbá rẹ̀ lè pe àwọn lẹ́jọ́ àbóǹkóhun lè ṣẹlẹ̀, gbàgbé bó ṣe jẹ́ ìwọ tó jọmọ tálákà. So táwa bá ń pariwo, tá a bá ń sọ fún yín pé ẹ má tẹ̀lé àwọn èèyàn yìí, ẹ má tẹ́tí sóhun tó ń sọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká gba ohun tí ó ṣe gbogbo aláǹfààní, ohun tí ó gba agbára kúrò lọ́wọ́ àwọn alágbára tó ń fa agbára yọni lẹ́nu. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ darapọ̀, ká jọ ṣe ohun tá à ń sọ ó yé wa. Mo mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ ń ṣe ohun tí mò ń ṣe, mo mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ ń sọ ohun tí mò ń sọ yìí, torí gbogbo ohun tí mò ń sọ yìí òun ló lẹ́rìí. Àwọn ẹ̀rí wọ́n wà lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára. Àwọn nǹkan míì wà wọn ò lè máa fi hàn wá lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára, nítorí pé kí ni, ìmí inú ẹ̀ gan ó lófin tó lòdì sí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ó ní irú orí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára tí wọ́n ti gbàyàn láàyè láti gbérú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ jáde. Àwọn kan wà bí irú bí tí mo wà àtorí Facebook, wọn àtorí YouTube, wọn gbà ẹ́ láàyè láti gbé àwọn nǹkan kan jáde. Ó lè ṣagídí gbé jáde, ṣùgbọ́n ó ṣeé ṣe kán torí ẹ̀ kán gbé ìkànnì ẹ̀ kán gbé wálẹ̀. Nígbà tán bá wá gbé ìkànnì ẹ̀ wálẹ̀, bó ló ṣe fẹ́ máa jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn gbọ́ ohun tó ń lọ. Òun ló máa ń fa ńgbà míì tá a lè fi àwọn nǹkan míì hàn yín, ṣùgbọ́n a ní lọ́wọ́, ẹ̀rí máa jẹ́ mi so ó wà. Òun lèmi máa ń sọ fún yín pé èmi ò ní sọ nǹkan tí wọ́n pè mí pé ó dá ń bolo tiri ń bolo ti gbọ́ mẹ́rin ẹ̀ jáde tí mi ò ní lè mú jáde. Bí mi bá lẹ́rìí ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́, mi ní sọ. Bó bá jẹ́yàn ló sọ fún mi tí mi ò rẹ́rìí ẹ̀, máa ní lágbájá ló sọ, àmì mi ò rẹ́rìí ẹ̀, máa jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ kókó bó ṣe ń lọ. Lélẹ̀ tó já sí pé mò ń sọ fún yín pé tọ̀, ohun tí mò ń sọ èmi gan ò lè fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ o. Tó bá wù ẹ́ kó gbàgbọ́, tó bá wù ẹ́ kó má gbàgbọ́. Ó dàbí ṣé àná ni àbí jẹta, nígbà tí ariwo ta, tí ẹnìkan gbé àwòrán Simon Ekpa síta tó ní wọ́n ti mú o, wọ́n ti arrest ẹ o, tínú ẹ̀ dùn, tó ń jó, tó ní wọ́n ti mú kíníkan. Mo sọ fẹ́ nìkan, mò ń rẹ́rìn, mo ní I will not be surprised if Simon Ekpa comes back, because if Simon Ekpa has not done anything against the law of that land, if there is no proof to show that he's instigating anything that he's not supposed to do, they will let him go and he will come back within 24 hours. Èmi tẹ́ ń sọ pé within 24 hours. But ká gbà pé nǹkan yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ láàárọ̀, bọ́n ṣe ń pariwo lọ́wọ́, ariwo yẹn ò tí ì tán lẹ̀, Simon Ekpa ti jáde, ó sì ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé okay, kò sí wàhálà o. Ìdí ni pé bóyá nǹkan tán pè fún, ìgbà tó débẹ̀ ó lẹ́rìí ẹ̀ tó mú lélẹ̀ pé ṣé nǹkan tán ni mo sọ ni, ẹ̀rí ẹ̀rẹ́ o, kì í ṣe mi ni mo sọ, ẹ̀rí wà tó gbé ń dì. Bóyá wọ́n ní ó sọ kinní kan, nǹkan yẹn ò dẹ̀ lẹ́rìí pé ó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, ó sọ pé ẹ mẹ́rin nǹkan tán ni mo sọ yẹn mú jáde torí mi ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bí ò bá ti lẹ́rìí tó jẹ́ pé èèyàn kankan sọ ni ó ṣeé ṣe torí ẹ̀ náà ni kó mọ lọ ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ń ṣe àgbélẹ̀rọ nǹkan tó ń parọ́ mọ́ èèyàn tó sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ di kanranjọ́gbọ́n ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jẹ́ oníṣẹ̀ṣe mo mọ̀ pé sùláàlú kì í ṣe ìkà èèyàn kì í ṣe ẹ̀dá burúkú ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ní èṣù láàlú onílé oríta abániwọ́rọ̀ tá a rí dá nígbà míì ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn wọ́n á máa sọra wọn di bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n á máa ra ọ̀ràn bọ ẹni tí ò ṣẹ̀ tí ò rò wọ́n á máa rà bọ̀ wọ́n lọ́rùn wọ́n ti ní táàmù fún nísìn wọ́n ti lóhun tán pé wọ́n á ní àràbù ni àwọn ṣe àràbù fún ni wọ́n á sì tún máa fi yan gàn àdàpè ní ọmọ mi ń fẹ́wọ́ olè lolè ń jẹ́ ìwọ tó bá ń sàràbù fún yàn olè onírọ́ ni ẹ́ irọ́ ló ń pa mọ́ yàn ẹ wá fún ní táàmù ẹ lẹ́ ń ṣe àràbù kí ló ń jẹ́ àràbù kí ló ń jẹ́ àràbù òpùrọ́ lòpùrọ́ ó mọ jẹ́ tá yóò fi parẹ́ ó parọ́ mọ́ yàn ẹ wá fún ní táàmù ẹni àràbù ni mo ṣe fún what is àràbù? You are all living in a fool's paradise and you need to get down from that pulpit. You need to come down from that pulpit. Talk senses into yourself. You see, kò sí ẹni tó gbọ́n tán, kò sí ẹni tó mọ̀ tán. If anybody tells me pé lónìí Charlie Boy máa ní problem tó nìyẹn, màá sọ pé irọ́ ni. But that goes a long way to tell you how bold and confident these people are to do that and to show Charlie Boy pé a máa fi yé ẹ pé you are a nobody. That's what they are telling him. Because with all the noise and everything he did and him being so popular and everything, if they can do that to Charlie Boy, think about yourself. Ìwọ tó yẹ pé kò sẹ́ni tó mú òkòlò ẹ lọ́yọ̀ọ́, kò sẹ́ni tó mú ẹ níbì kankan. And that is why tó bá lọ wọnú national anthem ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, wọ́n ní bá a ṣe bẹ̀rù òun la ṣe bí ọmọ. Òun làwa ṣe ń pè é pé ohun tó yẹni ló yẹnu, okùn ọrùn ò yẹ adìẹ. Tọ́ bá sì ló yẹ adìẹ, kò yẹ ẹni tó fà á dání. Àbí wọ́n ti réyàn kan tó sokùn mẹ́dìẹ lọ́rùn tó wá fà á dání bọ́n ṣe máa ń sokùn mẹ́ran àti màálù tán máa ń fà á. Àbí ẹṣin, ṣé wọ́n ti réyàn tó sokùn mẹ́dìẹ lọ́rùn tó ń fà á kiri? Òun náà ṣe máa ń ní ohun tó yẹni ló yẹni, okùn ọrùn ò yẹ adìẹ. Bó bá sì yẹ adìẹ, kò yẹ ẹni tó fà á dání. Ìgbà ara là á búra, èèyàn kan ẹ̀ bú Ṣàngó nígbẹ̀rún, bọ́n ṣe máa ń wí nìyẹn. Ìgbà ara fún wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí Yorùbá láti gbára wálẹ̀, òun la wà yìí. Òun la ṣe ń pariwo pé ẹ má jẹ́ kí gbà yìí, ẹ má jẹ́ kó ré wa kọjá, ẹ má jẹ́ kó kọjá wa. Odò tó ń sàn yìí, ẹ má jẹ́ ó sàn kọjá wa. Rélùwéè tó ń lọ yìí, ẹ wọlé sínú ẹ̀, ẹ má jẹ́ ó já yín lẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa parapọ̀. Because yes, mi ò ṣe Ọlọ́run, mi ò ṣe àwòràwọ̀, mi ò tí mọ ohun tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n by the end of today, ó pẹ́ jù títí ọ̀la sọ́túnla. Ojú gbogbo wa ló máa ṣe, àwọn nǹkan kan máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Nítorí ẹ má jẹ́ àtànra wa. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa láti mọ nǹkan tó likely láti ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣé rò pé irú àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ti gún lọ́bẹ lójú, tí wọ́n wà níbi tí wọ́n ti géètì mọ́ wọn tí wọ́n ní wọn lè wọlé wọn lè dìbò yìí. Irú àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n lé wọn tí wọ́n gba tán jí fóònù wọn tán fẹ́ pa wọ́n tí wọ́n sá àsálà fẹ́mi wọn. Ṣé rò pé gbogbo wọn ní padà jáde wọn ní sọ̀rọ̀ yìí pé àwọn nǹkan ò lọ déédé níbi ìdìbò. Now, ó ní voice note kan tó ń lọ káàkiri lánàá tí wọ́n ní Àtíkù ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ ńbẹ̀. Wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bí wọ́n ṣe mọ̀gòmọ́gó nídìí ìdìbò tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́. Àwọn èèyàn kan wá tún sọ pé kì í ṣe ohun Àtíkù, àgbélẹ̀rọ ni nǹkan kan, ìgbà wo ni ìkòkò bàbá sásùn. Ok, mo gba argument side méjèèjì. Mo gbà pé ó ṣeé ṣe kó jọ òun, mo gbà pé ó ṣeé ṣe pé àwọn kan ló ṣe àgbélẹ̀rọ ẹ̀. Ṣé àwọn pé ká tó sùn lásàálẹ̀ àná náà wọ́n tún ṣe nǹkan kan. Àwọn kan gbé fọ́nrán kan jáde, wọ́n ní Tinubu ti ń ṣàìsàn, wọ́n ní wọ́n ti gbé lọ sókè òkun fún ìtọ́jú. Àwọn kan sáré jáde, wọ́n ní ẹ má tẹ́tí sí wọn, irọ́ ni wọ́n ń pa o, Tinubu ò ṣàìsàn o, àwọn Labour Party ni wọ́n ń ṣe àdàmọ̀dì nǹkan tí ẹ rí yẹn o ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn o wọn fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ lọ dìbò ni o ìyá mi Fúnkẹ́ ìyá arájé ẹ má worry I understand mo mọ̀ pé time difference yẹn so mo mọ̀ yín náà ṣé ẹ nílò láti ẹ káàárọ̀ so wọ́n ní irọ́ ni wọ́n ń pa o ẹ má tẹ́tí sí wọn kò sóhunkóhun tó ṣe Tinubu ó sì yé mi ó yẹ ọmọ tó ń sunkún ó yé ìyá ẹ̀ tó ń rẹ̀ dákẹ́ àwọn tó ṣàgbélẹ̀rọ ẹ̀ wọ́n lérò ń gbà pé táwọn bá ṣe tó dẹ̀ ti bọ́ sí 9 minutes á yí ọkàn àwọn èèyàn kan padà pé ṣé ń tó tirẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń gbé lọ fún tọ́jú ṣóun làwọn fẹ́ lọ dìbò fún ṣáwọn tiẹ̀ tí mọ̀ bóyá nǹkan tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n lódodo nítòótọ́ ká sòótọ́ fúnra wa kò sí nǹkan kan tó ṣe bàbá yẹn débi pé bóyá wọn á ní wọ́n ń gbé lọ sí òkè òkun lọ fún tọ́jú àwọn kan ló ṣàgbélẹ̀rọ ẹ̀ àmọ́ nínú gbogbo ẹ̀ náà nínú gbogbo ohun tó ń lọ mo fẹ́ jẹ́ ká fa nǹkan kan jáde mo ti rí oríṣiríṣi fọ́nrán láàárọ̀ yìí àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n dé ibi tí wọ́n ti fẹ́ dìbò ẹni tí wọ́n rẹ́gísítà lórí káàdì ẹ̀ tó ń ṣò pé obìnrin ni nínú ìwé tí wọ́n kọ kalẹ̀ sí ó ṣòpó obìnrin ni àmọ́ gbà tí wọ́n dórí bfas sọ pé ọkùnrin lẹ́ni yẹn lélẹ̀ tó ti ń ṣàpẹẹrẹ pé wọ́n sọ fẹ́ni yẹn pé ó ṣeé ṣe kó má lè dìbò tó bá dẹ̀ ṣe gẹ̀rẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá dìbò ó ṣeé ṣe kí wọ́n nullify ìbò ẹ̀ nígbẹ̀yìngbẹ̀yìn pé kò qualify láti dìbò nítorí pé bfas sọ pé ọkùnrin lẹ́ni bọ́ obìnrin ní ẹni tó wá dìbò báwo nìyẹn ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ló dé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ fọ́nrán tí gbogbo yín wá ń gbọ́ ohun tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ tí wọ́n ní Àtíkù ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ Àtíkù kọ́ ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ àní bí wọ́n ṣe gbọ́n nílé ọkọ ni wọ́n ṣe gbọ́n nílé àlè òun lọ̀rọ̀ àwọn olóṣèlú ẹ rí i pé nínú fọ́nrán tẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ yẹn nínú ohun tẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ yẹn nínú voice note yẹn ohun tí wọ́n ń sọ ó dá lé orí bfas wípé ara ohun tá a lè lò láti ṣe mọ̀gòmọ́gó báwo la ṣe rí i pé bfas yẹn wọ́n fi mú wa bí wọ́n ṣe fi ṣe ti ìbò títí Ọ̀ṣun state ìbò Adeleke ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ti gbọ́ voice note yẹn ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tí mo sọ yìí nǹkan tó ń sọ nú ẹ̀ nìyẹn pé báwo la ṣe ṣe tó jẹ́ pé nígbẹ̀yìngbẹ̀yìn wọn ní máa sọ pé torí bfas wọ́n máa nullify election wa tá a bá ṣèrú tán tá a bá wọlé èmi ò gbè lẹ́yìn ẹnikẹ́ni àti Tinubu àtàtíkù àtòbí olè kankan ní gbogbo wọn eníkálukú ló ti ní míìsì kan tán ti device pé bóyá àwọn fẹ́ fi ṣèrú àbí fi ṣe mọ̀gòmọ́gó nínú ìdìbò tán ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo ẹnu mo lè fi sọ. àwọn á ní kan concentrate lórí bfas now lónìí wọ́n láwọn kan lọ já bfas gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn elétò ìdìbò ńgbà tí wọ́n ń bọ̀ ẹ máa relate ẹ̀ mọ́ voice note tí ẹ gbọ́ yẹn because kò sí nǹkan kan tí wọ́n ṣe nílé ayé yìí tó bá ti dọ́dọ̀ ọmọ Nàìjíríà ó wọ́n náà àbáyọ sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n wá ọ̀nà èrú wọ́n wá ọ̀nà mọ̀gòmọ́gó wọ́n wá sí wọ́n sì rí ṣebí bfas tẹ bá gbé débẹ̀ tẹ fi capture àwọn èèyàn kan táwọn èèyàn yẹn fòtì òun lẹ́ẹ̀fì lè gbèrú bfas yẹn lọ lé ẹjọ́ níjọ́ wájú pé ok gbogbo èèyàn tó wà accredited they are just 3,000 tí wọ́n wà lórí bfas but èèyàn tó fòtì they are about 15,000 so the remaining 12,000 null and null and void right but the only 3,000 tó wà verified lórí bfas nìkan ló máa wà legit so every other ones wọ́n máa wà nullified ìyẹn lẹ máa fi lè lo bfas ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá rí bfas ó di dandan kẹ́ ẹ débẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí everybody tó bá show up bóyá ẹ kọ orúkọ wọn lẹ̀ ní o ohunkóhun tẹ́ ẹ bá ṣe ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kan vote àbí ṣé ẹni tó fẹ́ ṣèrú ń bẹ̀ yẹn ṣó ti rọ́nà àti ṣèrú àbí kò rọ́nà àti ṣèrú àní ẹ wake up ẹ jẹ́ kó rí gbogbo wa máa pé papọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kó rí gbogbo wa máa pé papọ̀ ká máa understand bó ṣe ń lọ bó ṣe rí so wọ́n nílò àti jí nǹkan ìdìbò wọ́n nílò àti lu àwọn tó fẹ́ lọ bí ìdìbò wọ́n kàn gba bfas lọ́wọ́ wọn wọ́n gba gbogbo nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ bfas wọ́n gbà kúrò lọ́wọ́ wọn which means at the end of the day it's either there will be no election in that polling unit or they will go there and do an adaptation pé okay ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ orúkọ wọn lẹ̀ ká gbà wọ́n láàyè kán dìbò, which at the end of the day nobody can take that to court and challenge them pé àwọn èèyàn yẹn ò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ àti dìbò. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ni, because that will amount to pé gbogbo èèyàn tó dìbò ń bẹ̀ they went through the same process. Kì í ṣe pé àwọn kan lo BFAS àwọn kan ò sí lórí BFAS. That eliminates that pé awuyewuye ilé ẹjọ́ pé ẹnu wọn bá àwọn tó wà lórí BFAS nìkan la máa tẹ̀lé, àwọn tó kù tí ò sí ń bẹ̀ wọn count. Ìyẹn ò ní wáyé mọ́. Ohun tí mo wá ń sọ fún yín ó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ káàkiri, kì í ṣe ibì kan. Ẹ rántí pé lánàá náà wọ́n máa wọn kan tán náà ń kówó, wọ́n fẹ́ kówó lọ ibì kan, owó òbítíbitì in dollars. Ẹja gbé yẹn náà ká gbé ti sẹ́gbẹ́ kan. Bẹ̀ èyí tó ṣe kókó tó jọ mí lójú tó yà mí lẹ́nu tí mo fẹ́ kí ìwọ tó jẹ́ ojúlówó ọmọ Yorùbá tọ́rọ̀ sì yé ẹ dáadáa, tọ́rọ̀ yé ẹ yégé, tí mo fẹ́ kó fọkàn sí ni pé MC Oluomo stood at a polling booth, at a polling unit, and he is bragging that nobody will come in there and vote for any other person except the person they want them to vote for. And people are calling on the Nigerian government, people are calling on the INEC, people are calling on the military men stationed everywhere with armor tanks to come to their aid, and nobody is saying nothing. You are not going to see this stuff on the news. They are not going to show them on the Nigerian news media. No news outlet in Nigeria will carry this. Even TVC will not carry it. And I promise you, they will not even allow AIT or channels to carry such news. If they do so, I know what will happen to them. Because at the end of the day, they want to come out and tell everybody that everything was okay. The election was free and fair. It went well. Somebody's daughter, somebody's mother, somebody's wife have been stabbed in the eyes today. Somebody's son was chased out of his polling unit, and his dad is a respectable and a world-renowned lawyer and human rights activist. For those of you that so much believe that when somebody tells you, oh, you have your fundamental human right, go and do this, nothing will happen. Oh, and you are ready to go based on that. Think about it. FALZ, his dad is a world-known, a renowned human rights activist and a lawyer at that. But today, Nigerian people still violated his human right because it's part of his human right. Freedom of association, freedom of expression, that's part of his human right, and nobody should take it away. But I promise you that was taken away today. He had to run for his life. But see, FALZ was able to do that, and FALZ could do that because nobody sent him. He sent himself. He was prepared for it. He knew what he was doing, and he knew what he was going to do if it comes to that. That is the only reason why he was able to escape, because he was prepared for it. You don't go into any battle without a plan. You don't go, even soldiers, if their commander, their captain, their major, if he doesn't brief them and tell them what the mission is, how they are going to carry out the mission, and the role of each and every one of them, their exit plan, they will question him. Even though they have that thing, obey the last order, they will still question him. Oga, this thing, where will they go do? All this thing where you talk, it be like say when we enter this place, now only one entrance. So what if the enemy block the entrance? How we go come out? They will ask questions, and answers will be provided. If you now have a leader that is telling you, "Hey, just go to war, don't worry, we will take care of the rest along the line," and you do such, you must be stupid. You must be out of your senses. You must be out of your senses. Because at the end of the day, when you fall victim, either you are being arrested, you are being jailed or anything happens to you, you will be the one to bear the brunt, while the other people walk around freely and do whatever they like. Even if they like, they may not remember you, and nobody can question them. It will only take the grace of God to get you out. And these are the things we are telling some of you. It's not about hatred. There's no hatred for any individual. It will be the last thing I will do in my life, to hate an individual. I will not hate you. But if you are doing something bad, I will hate that thing you are doing that is bad. And I will not be reluctant to say it out boldly, after I might have tried to call you to order, but find out that you don't even want to hear such. Then I will call you out. As at that time, I know I'm not at fault. And I know I've not done anything wrong, because I've given you the chance, you know, to turn the table around. But you refuse. So if I call you out, if I say anything, yes, I have the right to my own opinion. And if I know that you are going to hurt my friends, I have the right to call my friends to order and to let them know that it's going to hurt them. They should think for themselves and not allow anybody to think for them. Now, we're still waiting to see the outcome of the whole thing playing out right now. We're still waiting. But I'm just letting you know that even as at right now, in the other developed countries, as at right now, there's every possibility. I don't even see that happening anyway. But if such a thing as what we have seen so far are happening in developed countries, by now, it will be on the news. And you will have people already calling on the government to call it quit. This is no election. This is not an election. This is just a caricature of an election. Yes, this is a mockery of an election. Because the people are not electing anybody, but they are being forced to either come and rubber stamp somebody or forget about it. Which at the end of the day, they are still going to cook up some numbers and bring it out. You see, somebody was telling me that even Mayegun, Mayegun Politico, somebody that didn't register for election, he got a voter's card. His family called him and told him they saw his name and they saw his voter's card. The man doesn't live in Nigeria. He lives abroad. He did not register for any election. How did that happen? So who registered him? So did they get his thumbprint? Or what happened? How did he get on that list? How come he has a voter's card? Ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbọ́rọ̀, ṣẹlẹ̀ fẹ́ gba òótọ́. Ó máa jọ yé gbogbo wa at the end of the day. Ó máa jọ yé gbogbo wa at the end of the day. I hate to call that country Abule Muje. I hate to say that. Even Abule Mu wọn lẹ́rú tí mo ń pè, I hate to say that. But for lack of better words, or for lack of better expressions, I will say Abule Mu wọn lẹ́rú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. I will say that because that is what is going on out there. That's what they are doing. They believe they've captured everybody as a slave and they are controlling everybody. Why the Hausa Fulani believe they've captured the whole of Nigeria? So, my brother right here, Alagba Tajuddin Alani, and I'm going to take what he said and believe it because I know him. He's one of the people that when he tells me something, yes, I can believe it. He said they have cancelled, they have postponed election in about 141 polling units. Sir, can you write it there and let us know? Polling units in which state, which local government area? Because we really need to know. Tí wọ́n bá náà postpone election, ní àwọn 141 polling unit. I want to know which state and which local government area. Tó bá jẹ́ pé any information yẹn ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá wa kọ síbẹ̀. In fact, you see, these are the, so ẹ̀yin èèyàn comment yẹn ni mo pin yẹn. Comment yẹn ni mo pin yẹn. So alàgbà Tajudeen Alani, tẹ́ bá bá wa get information yẹn jẹ́ ká mọ̀. State wo lẹ́ ń sọ, ṣé Lagos ni, Ọ̀yọ́ state ni, Ọ̀ṣun ni, àbíbo, and then local government wo nìyẹn? Àbí ṣé are those areas spread all across? Tó bá jẹ́ pé wà spread all across, ẹ kàn fún wa ní the name of the state. That will work. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tí à ń bá bọ̀, torí àwọn Yorùbá ní ẹni tó bá bá lọ òun ló bá kú, àwọ̀ sì ní bá kú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ohun tí à ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn lélẹ̀ pé látijọ́ yìí ẹ jẹ́ kí a tètè ṣe kíni, ẹ jẹ́ ká parapọ̀ ká béèrè ẹ̀tọ́ wa. Ìyáàfin Comfort Adélẹ́yẹ, ẹ ṣé gan ni mo rí kọ́mẹ́ǹtì yín bẹ̀. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun, ẹ sì kú etí gbọ́. CSI is our hero. Yes, CSI is a hero. Okay, alàgbà Tajudeen Alani wọ́n jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé ó ṣeé ṣe ká má ti get full details lórí àwọn 141 polling unit yẹn because it's a breaking news. So wọ́n ti tú palẹ̀, wọ́n ti tú palẹ̀ lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan, wọ́n ti sọ local government wo ni àbí báwo ló ṣe lọ. So a ṣì máa ní sùúrù. But why am I doing this? I'm just doing this to sensitize you and to let you know as they go, as they happen. Wọ́n ṣe wọ́n sọ ní broken, as they happen. Ìgbà tí mo kọ happen yẹn, PIN ló yẹ kí n fi parí ẹ̀. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ṣe máa ń sọ ní broken, as they happen. Bó ṣe ń lọ lọ́wọ́, bó ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní yàjóyàjó báyìí. Ó ṣeé ṣe bá ṣe wà lórí ètò yìí, bẹ́yìn náà tẹ́ bá come across any breaking news tẹ́ dẹ̀ verify pé ó jáde láti reliable source, ẹ lè jẹ́ ká mọ̀, a kọ síta, á jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀, á sọ fún wọn. A ní interest nínú election, but tí bá máa parọ́ fún yín ni màá sọ fún yín pé a ní interest nínú outcome of the election. A ní interest nínú outcome of the election because the outcome has a lot of meaning with what we are asking for, with what we are doing. Ẹ mọ̀ pé èmi sọ fún yín pé Ọlọ́run ọba ṣe yóò wù ní ìpè nínú ohun tó wà ńlẹ̀ l'Ọlọ́run máa ti mú nǹkan táwa ń fẹ́ jáde. Gbogbo ẹnu ni mo dẹ̀ fi ń sọ. Nínú ohun tó wà ńlẹ̀ ìtàn ṣe lọ́wọ́ yìí l'Ọlọ́run ọba máa ti mú ohun táwa ń fẹ́, ilẹ̀ olómìnira Yorùbá táwa ń fẹ́, inú ẹ̀ l'Ọlọ́run máa ti ṣètò ẹ̀ tó ti máa jáde. Mo lérò pé gbogbo yín ẹ lóúnjẹ sílé, ẹ lómi mímu, ẹ ní àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé àwọn nǹkan kò ṣeé má ní téèyàn ò gbọ́dọ̀ mọ́ ní lójúmọ́, ẹ ti ní wọn sínú ilé. Mo lérò bẹ́ẹ̀ because it is too late now to tell you pé kẹ́ lọ ra àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí. It is too late. Pàápàá jùlọ wọn jẹ́ kí ọkọ̀ rìn. So bọ̀ mo fẹ́ nígbàgbọ́ pé gbogbo wa la ní gbogbo àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí sílé. Gbogbo bó ṣe wù kó kéré àbí kó pọ̀ mọ́. Mo fẹ́ nígbàgbọ́ pé ẹ ṣáà ní sílé. Nítorí pé ẹ nílò ẹ o. Ọlọ́run á dẹ́mi gbogbo wa sí. Ẹnikẹ́ni ò ní bá ètò ìdìbò tán ṣe lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, kò ní ẹ̀mí ẹnikẹ́ni ò ní bá lọ, ẹ̀mí ẹnikẹ́ni nínú wa ò ní ṣòfò láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. So gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tí à ń bá bọ̀, ó ní nǹkan kan tí mò ń wá tí mo fẹ́ mú jáde, ẹ má bínú sí mi. Kí ló mú mi tí mo pe èdè tí mo pè láìpẹ́ yìí tí mo ní nínú àbájáde ìdìbò yìí òun ló máa ṣàpẹẹrẹ àwọn nǹkan kan, ó sì kún ara nǹkan tó máa ràn wá lọ́wọ́ lórí ohun táwa ń fẹ́ àti ohun táwa ń béèrè. Ẹ rántí ọ́díò ọjọ́ kìíní àná tá analyse tá ṣàlàyé fúnra wa nípa irú èèyàn tíṣẹ̀ tí màá jẹ́ àti àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀ níjọ́ kìíní àná nígbà tó ń bá alàgbà Ìbíkúnlé Amósùn sọ̀rọ̀. Máa fi ọ́díò yẹn sí, ẹ jẹ́ ká tún jọ gbọ́. tẹ́ bá ti wá ń gbọ́ kó tó di pé mi ó tiẹ̀ sọ ohunkóhun, ìwọ tó bá ti ní àǹfààní láti mú ara àwọn nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ mú jáde ń bẹ̀, ẹ máa kọ sójú ìwòran, nítorí mo mọ̀ pé ọlọ́gbọ́n àtolóye èèyàn ó ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín tẹ́ wà lórí ìkànnì tẹ́ ń tẹ́tí sí mi tẹ́ ń wò mí. Ó ní nǹkan kan tó lápẹẹrẹ pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lénìí, ìdí tí mo fi ń sọ pé ibi tó wù kí èsì ìdìbò tí wọ́n ń ṣe yìí kó já sí lénìí sẹ̀, ó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ìrìn àjò táwa ń rìn pẹ̀lú òmìnira ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ó ní ṣe ń bẹ̀, kò sí mo wo ibi tí wọ́n fẹ́ dì í sí, mo wo ibi tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbé sí, mi ò rí tí ò ní ṣe. Níwọ̀n bá àgbà tá a bá ti rí àwọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ láàrin wa tó máa dalẹ̀, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tá a bá tún ti rí àwọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ láàrin wa tó máa dalẹ̀, ohun tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìdìbò yìí ó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ìrìn àjò wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìrìn àjò wa gan ó ṣeé ṣe kó di oníbejì pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ̀yà Ìgbò, kò di dandan pé ká jọ rìn papọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n tí àwa bá ń béèrè fún tá à ń béèrè fún, táwọn náà wá di dandan pé wọ́n wá rí báyìí pé ariwo àwọn tó lọlẹ̀ yẹn ó gbọ́dọ̀ padà sókè tán wá bẹ̀rẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹnu ni mo fi sọ fún yín, ó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú èsì tó máa jáde níbi ìdìbò yìí. Mo sì ti wò ó, kò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ síbi tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbé sí tí ò ní fẹ́ padà bá ọ̀nà yẹn lọ, kò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ sí. Bí n bá ti wá fi ọ́díò yìí sí tá bá ti ń gbọ́, mo fẹ́ kẹ́yìn fúnra yín kẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rò pé níbo ni Dr. Mike Ọlámbọ̀rọ̀ ìlọ kí ló fẹ́ mú jáde ń bẹ̀. Ìwọ tó bá ti débẹ̀ tó bá ti figure out, ẹ kọ síbẹ̀. Ó láwọn gbólóhùn kan tó jáde lẹ́nu Shettima nípa àwọn ẹ̀yà Ìgbò. Ó láwọn nǹkan kan tó lóun ṣe fún wọn, àbí àwọn ṣe fún wọn, àbáwọn ó ṣe fún wọn nígbà tágbára dọ́wọ́ àwọn nígbà yẹn. Ẹja tún fọ́nrán yẹn gbọ́, ẹja jọ gbọ́.
Alhaji, congratulations. Thank you very much, Kule. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Honestly, I accept your congratulations, even though I feel it. Because I remember one time when the fighting in Borno, when our people were being killed left and right. Then, what is it, Alhaji? I said, do you remember one time when our people were being killed in Borno State, left and right, Bauchi, Gombe, everywhere in the north? Of course. I remember you were saying that was there any Southerner among us, we were the one killing ourselves. I always remember this statement, Mr. Kule. But look at this today now. Today our brother is in charge, and I'm sure he made it clear to the world. The first thing he said was that he was moving the command of the Nigerian army to Maiduguri and then Boko Haram is over.
So, I want you to pay attention to one thing. Even in this audio, Shettima was talking about his brother being in charge. Now think about it, when Shettima is now in charge. As at that time that he was speaking, Shettima was not in charge, but he believed his brother is in charge. And he's saying, he's claiming, he was claiming certain things will happen. And he was making references. Now, start thinking, if somebody like this man gets access to power, start thinking how much damage it could do. Start thinking.
So if not your brother as a president, who will do it for you? But we could have done it to anybody in Nigeria. But you can see that some people refuse to do it for us. So really, today I understand why we have to have the presidency, honestly. It's like that, Kule. Kule is like that. Because how can anybody convince us that some miscreants cannot be dealt with by Nigerian army? Why can't we believe it was deliberately left? Even if there is no involvement of government hand in it, why can't we believe that it was deliberate? Let them kill themselves. Well, it has come out even very clear, because it was at a point in our campaign, they were saying that by the killings of Boko Haram, there will be no population again. In fact, let me tell you why the North insisted that Jonathan has to go, because we had the plan that if Jonathan continues, the same problem will happen in Kano, the same problem will happen in Sokoto, the same problem will happen in Jos and Ebro until when our population is depleted. No. We have had a wonderful experience, honestly.
In order to avoid the problem, that's why I said the people.
So whether he accept or not, the laws was it was clear voting now. What could he have done?
Remember what Babangida did for us?
Babangida, you see what happened was, even when Babangida did it, you understand? Do you get me? The bulk of the population that voted was from the north. And really said it. Since Babangida was in Abuja, Governor Rimi of Kano State, then, former governor of Kano State, he said, if they swear in Abiola in Lagos, Abiola Babangida will have said it is Yoruba that did it. So Abiola should fly to Kano, they will swear him as president, and they stand their ground. Before we know, they rallied around Abiola, they said, don't go to North, if you go, they will kill you. Maybe so happened. Do you understand? No. So I'm coming now. So Babangida got the...
Abacha has incarcerated him for many years.
I'm coming now. I'm coming. Before we are talking about the cancellation now, the cancellation of the elections. And two, didn't you not see that even from the West, there were people who supported there are big men who joined in the cancellation of the elections. But whatever it is, at that time, it was nobody was killing the Yorubas left and right. Babangida was virtually betraying everybody. And today, have you not seen him on TV? Have you not seen how he was looking? Is God not wonderful? Did you not see Babangida? Even though I have promised as from today, so long as he's my brother from the north, even if he's eating everybody in Nigeria, fresh, you come out with Nigerian man leg eating, I will not say it's bad again. Because I have learned how to support my people from what I have seen with Igbos and some people in Nigeria with Jonathan.
Man, you must thank God for Yoruba. Yoruba supported by the otherwise we wouldn't have come.
No, I'm coming, please. I'm coming. Let me tell you one part. I'm coming. Listen to me. A section of Yoruba supported Buhari. Listen to me, please. Let us make this clear. You understand? We are all politicians. Yes. The Tinebus, since 1960s, since the Oyibo left the country, Yoruba was called one word. We are first Yorubas. You are first Yoruba before you are a Muslim, you are a Christian or Nigerian. Yes. So or not so?
Yeah, you are right.
Abi? Okay.
Yes, you are right.
Now, all along, a Yoruba man, whoever he is, whether Muslim or Christian, preferred anybody in this house to rule him than a Hausaman from the north. That's the truth about it. So, fortunately, I'm coming, sir. Let me learn. Fortunately, the center is controlled by non-Muslim, non-Northerners. Are you getting me?
Shende o, shonye wa, shetinde, o tinde be díẹ̀ shende, because gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ jáde lẹ́nu yẹn ló ní meaning. In fact, ìjọ́ tí mo gbọ́ tán dárúkọ arákùnrin tán gbé jáde, ó yà mí lẹ́nu gan, mo kọ́kọ́ wò pé ṣé wọ́n ro ọ̀rọ̀ èwo ni, ṣé wọ́n gbé yẹ̀wò dáadáa, ṣé kò yé wọn ni, ṣé wọ́n mọ irú èèyàn tẹ́ni jẹ́ ni, ṣé wọ́n gbọ́ gbólóhùn àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó ti jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀ látẹ̀yìnwá ni, bó ló ṣe jẹ́ tó jẹ́rú ẹni náà máa tún lọ mú.
And Jonathan, fortunately for the North, Jonathan decided to use religion and slice the Yorubas to the extent for the first time, Yorubas were divided religiously. To the extent Muslims Yorubas stood their ground and said they were not supporting Jonathan. They even refused to attend the meetings of the Jonathan. The papers are there, their statements are there in the papers. So or not so, sir?
No, I like this.
It is there. That's the truth. It's there. Even when he went, there were some few Muslim leaders who met Jonathan. The Supreme Council of Islam of Western Nigeria or Yoruba land came out clearly and said no, they disagreed. Do you get me? We know the population of Yoruba close to 80%, or let's say close to 60% are Muslim. This man constituted a national conference. This is the Yorubas that were saying it. We read it and we had them saying it. Yes. So that succeeded in dividing the Yoruba themselves. Now, two, the humiliation, whatever they did to us, our own was that let them kill us and reduce our population. But at least they still know that.
For those of us that believe somebody, for some of us that believe that
we are significant politically and they allowed us to maintain some position. But in the case of Yorubas, they were sliced out of the whole system. So or not so. That was how Tinubu and
issue of Boko Haram, if we have to talk about Boko Haram, it's not from the south now.
I am coming now. Let me forget about Boko Haram now. We brought about the Yoruba politics. Now, Tinubu and the Yorubas generally carried what happened to them and went to Kaduna and met them in Kaduna and begged them that we have to put our head together. Look, sir, let me tell you the truth and find out. At a point, the Yoruba, being humiliated under Jonathan, were even considering to cut off and put their Oduduwa Republic. But they realized if they do that, the Igbos were completely in charge of finance, civil service, security, and everything. If they did do that,
now East and the North, they enjoy
exactly. I'm coming now. The Yoruba
you didn't benefit at all.
I'm coming, yes. The Yoruba at a point, the Yoruba intelligence at a point realized that if they cut off, the Igbos will finish them. If they stay as it is and Igbo continue ruling, they will be completely finished. Before Jonathan, significant part of the economy, who are the accountants are Yorubas, who are the judiciary and lawyers are Yorubas, who are the civil service are Yorubas. Today you can't find any one of them. So or not so. So that's why the Yorubas say, even if we want to leave this country, we must get this power out of the hand of the Igbos and reposition ourselves.
Jonathan not really benefited from that Jonathan too much, Alaji.
Hey,
we have the calculations of the government.
We agree. What can he do? He must now. He must. He wouldn't do to us that. He must. He knows that we can do it. He must deal with us. So that was why the Yoruba said no. What?
So ẹ má bínú ẹ jẹ́ sáré sọ nǹkan kan. Ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn síwájú, ó ti ṣe díẹ̀ kí n tó tọrọ gáfárà lọ́wọ́ yín. Ó ní àwọn Yorùbá nígbàgbọ́ yìí pé àwọn ò fẹ́ kí ẹnikẹ́ni kó jẹ́ olórí àbí adarí àwọn tí kì bá ti ṣe ẹni tó wá láti south. Wọn ò fẹ́. Lélẹ̀ tó ń ṣàpẹẹrẹ pé irú èèyàn tó ń jẹ́ ìgbàgbọ́ tó ń ní nìyẹn wípé a fẹ́ràn àwọn àti ẹ̀fẹ́ káwọn máa jẹ́ olórí. Now ẹ máa bira yín ẹnìyẹn ni wọ́n mú ní igbákejì ẹni tí ó ń dupò ààrẹ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ẹni tó ti nírú gbàgbọ́ yẹn tó nírú èrò yẹn lọ́kàn òun ni wọ́n mú ti ẹni tí wọ́n ló ń du ipò ààrẹ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. So tó máa ń sọ fún yín pé àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyí wọ́n ní àjẹ́ndà nǹkan tó ń ṣe ó yé wọn. Tí wọ́n kan bá sì ń sọ pé ẹ̀yin kinní kan igbá kan àwo kan kinní kan ní ìkòkò bàbá sásùn túnú ara ẹ̀ rò dáadáa. Ṣé rí kókó tí mo ṣàfẹ́ kẹ́ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa dì mú nígbẹ̀yìngbẹ̀yìn at the end of the day ni wípé ìkan nínú gbogbo nǹkan tí àwọn èèyàn ti sọ ṣáwájú náà ló máa padà ṣẹlẹ̀. Nínú kan padà jáde kan sọ pé wọ́n annul election yìí pé wọ́n máa túnṣe. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n lè sọ fún yín pé Buhari ṣì máa wà ńbẹ̀. Ọ̀kan sọ fún yín pé ó depend bó bá ṣe máa pẹ́ sí pé okay kó tó lè ṣe election míì tẹ́nà Buhari máa ti parí wọ́n máa gbé interim government síbẹ̀. Possibility ẹ̀ wà. You may wake up tomorrow and they tell you pé ológun ti gbàjọba lọ́wọ́ Buhari torí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Don't let any of these things surprise you. Just prepare your mind. Or they may come out and just tell us later pé lágbájá ló wọlé based on ìbò tí wọ́n kà. Now, let me put it this way. Tí wọ́n bá ní lágbájá ló wọlé, I'm giving you examples. Tí wọ́n bá sọ pé Tinubu ló wọlé, gbogbo yín lẹ ti mọ̀ nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Àwọn Ìgbò tẹ́ rò pé wọ́n dákẹ́ pé wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́, they are coming out. They are going to speak and they are going to come out with a roar, a loud bang. Yes. Because wọ́n ní believe pé kò sí nǹkan kan tó sọ pé kọ́mọ àwọn má wọlé. Tí ò bá dẹ̀ wọlé, wọ́n ní gbàgbọ́ pé ó ti lọ́wọ́ nǹkan míì nù ni. Belief tí wọ́n nìyẹn. Now, the other way round. Tí wọ́n bá sọ pé Obi ló wọlé, forget it. Nínú kan má gbé fún. Àbí kí wàhálà ṣẹlẹ̀, ìkànnù méjèèjì máa ṣẹlẹ̀, gbogbo ẹnu ni mo lè fi sọ. It's an obvious fact tí gbogbo wa mọ̀. Ẹ má jà máa tanra wa ká máa pàjá lọ́bọ̀ fúnra wa. Yes. Already they are doing everything they can to make sure that doesn't happen, because they don't ever want that to happen. Ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tí Shettima sọ. There is this special hatred láàrin ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn in the north for that Igbo tribe. Yes, it's a non-fact. Ẹ má jẹ́ àtànra wa. And they are not ready. They are never ever ready to let them get into power. They also believe if these people should get into power, they have had a very long-term ambition. Látọjọ́ tó ti pẹ́, látọjọ́ náà mi nálẹ̀. Maybe they will execute that plan. Which is the same thing. They are already thinking about Yoruba people. Ẹ má jẹ́ àtànra wa. Because they have never seen us this brave. They have never seen us this brave. And they are afraid. That is why all the dancing around ten really no jometa àti gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Only reason fún is because they are afraid these people mean business. Ẹ gbàgbé àwọn tó lọ ń ṣe drama tí wọ́n sọra wọn di aláwàdà kẹ́ríkẹ́rí táwọn èèyàn fi ń ṣe ẹ̀yẹ. But they know that the serious-minded people, the ones that really meant business, they are still there. Ẹ tó bá sọ fún yín pé Yorùbá nation sovereignty is not a force to reckon with. Ẹ sọ fẹ́ nìyẹn pé bàbá ńlá onírò ayé àtọ̀run ni. Kò mọ nǹkan tó ń sọ. Ẹ dẹ̀ là fún ẹ pín fún pé no, are you talking about the real Yoruba nation struggle, or you are talking about some jesters that you saw outside? Because there must be a difference. You must demarcate it. Let me know which one you are talking about. So if you are talking about the jesters, yes, you are right. Those ones don't mean business. But if you are talking about the ones that actually and really knows what they stand for and what they want, and are not in a hurry to get there, but want to do it right and get it right, yes, they are afraid of those. They are afraid of those. They have never relented in their effort to find a way to stop that movement, the real one, the actual one. You can believe whatever you believe, yes, but that's the truth I'm telling you. So, they have that fear. Should a Yoruba man even get into power himself? We don't even know. They have that doubt in their minds. Even Shettima lè máa sojú ayé, except tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti assure ẹ̀ pé nǹkan kan máa ṣẹlẹ̀, òun ló máa di president tí wọ́n bá dì tí ẹnìyẹn bá wọlé lókù. Tí ò bá sí yẹn, Shettima himself is playing a game. He's just not showing it. If at the end of everything they come out and they tell us pé Atiku ló wọlé, I will not be surprised. Because that is actually what the Northerners want right now. I will not be surprised if they come out and tell us pé Atiku ló wọlé. Now, at the same time, that will still lead to the same thing. Nǹkan kan náà ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Because now, the Igbos will not accept that. Baba Jagaban is not going to accept that. Am I getting? Remember now, Obasanjo came out lately. Yes. Lest I forget. Obasanjo came out lately, that minute, and he said he's ready to do whatever it takes to make sure Obi wins. Do you think the Northerners didn't hear that? Do you think they are happy with that? Do you think they want that? Likewise, do you think Tinubu is smiling about that? Or Atiku is happy about that? No. So, it's like we are at a crossroad. It's a checkmate. But the good thing about this whole brouhaha, this whole scenario is that even though I can say it's a good recipe for disaster for them, but for us, It's a sign from Eledumare himself that you just wait and prepare yourself and see what I'm about to do. And when it's time for you to make your own move, make it. But my point and my problem right now is, are we ready to make that move? Are we prepared? Are we taking note? This is not something I will say on here or expect anybody to say on here. But to those who have ears, let them hear. To those who need to start moving around and moving things, start doing that. Except we want to deceive ourselves. There's no better time than now. Yes, we have mixed, we have mixed it at certain point in this struggle. But here's another chance, another opportunity. Are we going to seize it? Are we going to make use of it? Or we are going to let it pass us by again? Do you still want to remain a jester, a comedian? Or you want to do something right for once? It's left to you. You still want to believe in the lies, or you want to look at what is on ground and make your own decision that, okay, from what I see, let me join hands, with my other brothers. Let's wait for the right moment. If we wake up tomorrow or in 2 or 3 days' time, because let's not make a mistake. Even most of the people shouting and yelling, Tinubu for president, most of them are saying, Yoruba Nation is our plan B. Yes, we all know that. That's what they are saying. Oh, Yoruba Nation is our plan B. But those of us that are actually yelling, shouting, Yoruba Nation all the way, are we ready? Are we prepared? Are we ready? Are we prepared? Because this moment may come on us, all of a sudden. And we might just need to, make a move and grab it. But are we ready? Ẹja tẹ̀síwájú.
So, but what I assure you, you keep on praying for President Buhari. We have learned our lesson. We have been.
It just crossed my mind. Remember, we had an opportunity when Abiola won an election and died, when they killed him. But because we did not rise up to the occasion, the wrong man took the spot just to benefit himself. Right? Are we going to sit around and watch that happen again? So let's start thinking about that.
In our area here now, they pray for him. We have learned our lesson. We pray for the prophet because and even our prophet. No, to tell you the truth, the northern people, notwithstanding in the presidency, honestly, the trust at least of the southeast is finished. And I assure you too, in Yoruba land, listen to me, I am coming. I am coming. Really helped Northerners in 1979. I am coming, please. They help Shagari. Listen to me, not that they help themselves, gentlemen, please. We don't need anybody in this country. They help themselves. Let me ask you a question, sir. Let me ask you a question. Between cars, industries, and human beings, who are more in number? I did not know now. Not number, I'm not talking about population.
Did you see the dumb answer our Baba, our brother gave? These are the people representing you. If we are telling you that nothing can come out of these people or out of this dispensation that they have with the constitution they are using and everything, you can see the level of intelligence. You and I believe that the Hausas, the Fulanis are beneath us because we are more educated than them. But look at your brother right here. That's an Hausa man asking him a question. Look at how he fumbled. And this is part of our problem. Oh. This is part of the problem. Because we sit on these high horses of ours, believing we are all this. While the people representing us are nothing, non-entities, hoodlums. vagabonds that just seize power by virtue of having a godfather that planted them and placed them above us, and then surround them with touts to make sure that nobody challenges them. These are the people representing us. So if you are still wondering, why can't there be any change? Why don't we have a say? Why have everything remained the same way? Why are we at a standstill? It's because the people leading us are not the actual representation of our intelligence. No. We don't have the right people representing us. But we have them there because they already figure out a way to tame the rest of us. They already figure out a way to tame the rest of us. That's part of what you saw today, if you have seen that video. MC Oluomo said, if them born you well, come here, come vote for any other person, apart from the person where they won't make you vote for. That says a lot. That tells you what it is. And that tells you what to expect if they have their way. Forget the whole long story. Forget it.
I'm thinking of economy now. I'm thinking of cars, the motors that we drive. Yes. And industries that we have. Yes. If you put them on one part and you put human being on the other part, who are more in number? Cars are more. Cars are more than human beings? human being. Good. Two, if you put fuel and food by the side, which one is consumed more? In food now. Good. And we have food. So Igbos are actually helping themselves. Let me tell you, even in Yoruba land, let me tell you what they will do to Igbo this time. What Oba of Lagos said that.
You see how he kind of cajole, bamboozle, and got Ibikunle Amosun where he wanted him, under his belt. The man is making comparison between food and fuel. Because, you know, what the argument has always been is that, oh, the North doesn't have fuel. They don't have, you know, crude oil. It is the Southeast and some part of the South that has the crude oil. So indirectly, he's trying to let Ibikunle Amosun know that, well, I know you guys believe you have the oil, you have the crude oil, and we rely on you. But I want you to know we don't rely on you. Because the food you eat, we are the one that supplies it. And which one is more important? Food, right? Which, if that was an intelligent person, an intellectual, they would not answer that question that way. They will break it down for him. They will break it down for him that no, you cannot compare those two things. Moreover, when it comes to food, the other part of Nigeria can also produce the same food. But you guys are the one disturbing them. You're destructing their farmlands with your cows. You send your brothers, your Almajiri brothers, that you refuse to train, that you did not allow them to get educated. You send them to take their cows to the southwest and to the south and the southeast and destroy their farmlands so that they cannot produce food. Then you turn around and say you are the one supplying food to everybody. But see, because our Baba, our brother, Ibikunle Amosun, is not an intellectual. He's just a man that, you know, is an opportunistic person that found himself in power. He went along with the whole story and swallowed everything that the man threw at him.
We are pushing them to the ocean. Most of these markets that are banning in Lagos, look at it, they are Igbo-dominated markets. You get me? In fact, some Yorubas were telling me when I was in Lagos last weekend that it is we, the Northerners, when we are in charge of Lagos as federal capital, that open room for Igbos to come and dominate them. And it's over now. And it's over. All the businesses Igbos are doing, we are going to bring it and do it.
This was this man's thought some years back. Now think about it. How much more hatred he has garnered for the Igbo tribe and even the Yoruba tribe by now. And even as at this time, this man was not a president, neither was he a vice president. But now, he's looking at being a vice president, which he believes is just a temporary thing, because he kind of believes he's going to be the president. Because if this man is telling all of us that he's going to be in charge of security, I mean, where is that done? Who does that? Even before being elected into office, he's already dividing and defining who is going to play what roles. He's already saying it. Ikpe is going to be in charge of, like, as in, he's going to be like the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. He's going to be in charge of security. He already said it. So start thinking. If this man has this much hatred for the Igbo tribe, and if this man speaks this much about the Yoruba tribe, start thinking about what is likely to happen if such a person got into power. Then bring into consideration again that this man is a well-known loyalist to the Boko Haramists. He's an affiliate of the terrorist group and the kidnapping group. Right? I didn't say it. I didn't write it. We saw his video. We saw his picture. Eating and dining with them. Those are his friends. Just like your, is it minister for communication or whatever, is also a loyalist. So there's a lot at stake. That's why I still kind of believe that the end result of this election holds a key to where we go from here. Yes. And no matter where the pendulum swings, it's not looking good for anybody that believes in one Nigeria. Yes. It's a very dicey situation. It's a checkmate already.
Do you get me? Fashola for the past 5 years have refused to approve any industry, especially pharmaceutical, to Igbo people. Find out.
You are right. I get you. Are right.
Do you get me?
You are right.
So the Yorubas in these 4 years, that's what we are telling ourselves. If we in the north want to be useless again, let us be. But the Yoruba people in the 4 years, they want to control their land completely. That's why Buhari have to sign that Lagos is going to be given special status. We are going to have a kind of semi-regional system. Lagos is going to have special status. It means nobody again will control Lagos. The indigenous of Lagos are the ones that are going to control Lagos. They can form land policies.
That was the lie they were trying to push as at that time. But you and I knew what happened later on, especially last year. What did they come up with? They came up with the water bill. After they tried Ruga, and everybody said, no, we are not going to accept that. Then they want to come up with the water bills. And you all understand what the water bill will do. Now look at the north. How many oceans? How many rivers? How many waterways do they have in the north? Which means the waterway bills will not affect them in the north. Right? It will only affect us in the southwest. It will affect the south-south and the southeast. Right? And they are saying, so all waterways are going to belong to who? The federal government. The federal government will be in control. But at the time this man was talking to Ibikunle Amosun, he was telling him, he was promising him that they are going to do something whereby the Yoruba people will have the right to Lagos. They will control Lagos. Lagos will be controlled by Lagosians. Was that not what he said? But as at last year, what were they trying to push? What were they trying to do? They were trying to take away Lagos totally. Take Lagos away totally from the people it actually belonged to. You and I, up to now, if not that Ajia Najatu Muhammad came out and revealed it, did you and I know that there was a kind of special stone that they found in the north that can generate so much revenue that even if properly managed, Nigeria don't need to borrow money from nobody? Did they tell us that? No, they didn't tell us. They kept it a secret. They didn't tell us. They kept it a secret. If not for what happened, and that woman came out because she was mad at them, we probably would not know. Now, another breaking news, guys. Another breaking news as I'm talking to you right now. I just heard it. They are already saying that they lost the network. There is no network in Nigeria. Remember we said this, that don't be surprised on election day when they tell you that the network went down and that's why they could not transmit the election result, or that is why they lost some vital information. And at the end of the day, they will come out and declare anything to you and say, well, this is what happened and this person won. And nobody will be able to say nada. Nothing. Yes, I just heard it now. I just heard it now. It's starting to happen. Èèyàn kan sọ fún mi nísìn. It's on the news. Wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n lose the network. Even látàárọ̀ ni wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn. Yes, there was a particular polling unit tí mo ń wo news lórí TV tí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn sọ pé okay, bọ̀bọ̀ tá a jọ gbọ́ tán sìn òun náà sọ something similar. Ó ní wọ́n sọ pé network wípé but wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀ but tí wọ́n bá rí ṣe bóyá wọ́n máa call for another BFAS, right? Ẹ̀yin èèyàn, gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́, young Yoruba nation agitators, you should be proud of yourself. Ìlérí Elédùmarè nínú ayé yín ó ṣẹ, because ẹ̀ ń ríran ẹ sì ń lálàá bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ ń ríran ẹ̀ ń lálàá. Mi ò sọ àwọn tó ń parọ́ tí wọ́n sọ pé Ọlọ́run sọ fáwọn o. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about those of you that are not calling the name of God in vain or lying with the name of God, but actually saying what you saw and not attributing it to the name of God. But directly or indirectly, it is Eledumare himself that is showing you all those things. Because you are revealing them, you are saying them, and they are happening. What you are saying are actually happening. Even though you are a nobody, people don't pay you no attention, they don't recognize you, but you are saying things and those things are happening. Including all those real prophets and Afars out there that are saying the same thing, and those things are coming to be. Those things are happening. Yes, a lot of people have said this. Take note. Because if you remember last year, they did a test run. They tried all these things. They did a test run. They tried all these things. There was a particular day. There was no light everywhere. Except the only places where they want them to have light. And they said there was a glitch in the system, right? Then after that, there was no network anywhere and everybody was complaining. And then they said, oh, there was a glitch, there was a problem. And some of us came out and told you, they are doing a test run so that on election day, when they do it, they will have something to refer back to that. This is not the first time that happened. Oh, it happened last year. There was no election. So don't say because it's because of the election that we did it. Somebody just told me as I'm talking to you right now that it's already been said that there's no network in some places. Actually, a few days back, I was trying to do some transactions online to Nigeria. and I found out that they are not going through. And I had to let the people know that, well, I'm having problem completing this transaction because it's saying that there's a problem, but I don't know what the problem is. It could be a network issue. Then I had other people confirming the same thing, that even I had people, and I have people call me from Nigeria confirming that yes, it looks like we are having network issues. You see, this is part of the problem. When you have people that believe that they are in charge of everything and they can control everything, just like they control your money, they control your crude oil, your gas. They decide if you are going to have gas or not. Gas is what you call petrol. So they control when you are going to have petrol, availability of petrol, or how much it's going to cost, based on whatever the agenda is. They also control when they are going to change the money. How could you tell people? Because in Africa, when people talk about Africa, they say Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Giant my foot. How could a whole Nigeria decide to change a certain denomination in the currency, but they are not prepared for it? And at the end of the day, they went ahead, carry out that project, executed it, and then put the people in suffering, and then turn around and say we don't have enough in circulation. In the first place, you see, bring that back to me telling you that when somebody asks you to go and do something, ask questions. When somebody tells you we are doing this, ask them, okay, are we prepared? Do we have all the necessary things? What will be the end result? Before you even commit yourself to such a project or to such an activity, ask questions. Be informed and be prepared so that at the end of the day you don't look stupid. Look at Emefiele now. Although Emefiele is enjoying all this because he's making money out of it. Yes. And he's been promised that at the end of the day, nothing is going to happen to him. So he cares less about whatever happens to anybody. But I'm just saying, in your own situation, you have the opportunity to ask questions. You have the opportunity to know what you are getting into. And you have the opportunity to ask questions. Okay, how am I getting out if I go in here and something happened that I did not expect? Let me know how I'm getting out. And then I will tell you if I'm going or I'm not going. So let's come back to, they decided to change the currency, right? But they did not make any preparation for people to get the money. Because I thought it could have been as simple as them telling people that we're changing the currency and these are the currencies we are changing. So if you have these currencies with you, you should take it and go and deposit it in your bank. And you should be able to take your ATM, or at any point in time you need money, you should be able to spend your money until, you know, the whole thing will circulate around. And gradually, as people are depositing the old notes, they will take them out of circulation and replace them with new notes. If today people deposited about 50 million of those currencies, take those 50 million out and, you know, replace them with another 50 million of the new currency. I believe it is that simple. It is no rocket science. It is no rocket science. If it was planned the right way and executed the right way, what people should have been told is, go ahead and perform your daily activity the same way you perform them. But make sure that between this date and this date, whatever old note that you have of this denomination, deposit them in the bank. As you are depositing them, when you go to withdraw money, those money are not coming back out. We are going to take them out of the system. And as much of those same denomination that we are taking out, we will replace them with the same amount. Right? Was that what happened? No. 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 So, Either some people say, okay, this is politically motivated or not. I think they should still have done it the right way. Whatever they were driving at, whatever they were trying to get out of it, it should have been as simple as that. So if Emefiele, with all his expertise, with all his education, can stoop so low and play such a game, why should you trust any one of them? If Emefiele did not bother and is not concerned about his reputation, his integrity, his name, what gives you any assurance that any of these idiots, any of these fools parading themselves around will do any better? Including Obi himself. What gives you that assurance? What tells you that? Because as long as the status quo remains, things will remain the same. It's not going to change. As long as they are still using that constitution where some people can form a cabal and control everybody, yes, you are still going to be running around in a circle. A rat race, a never-ending rat race. Yes, that's what it's going to be. And that's why we are telling you, there's no other way around it. Kò sábùjá lọ́rùn ọ̀pẹ ibi tó bá bágun ló máa bá sọ̀kalẹ̀. Ibi òfin tí ò fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀, tí ò dá, tí ò sí, òun ni wọ́n bá dé ibi tí wọ́n bá dé yìí. So ibi òfin tó máa fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀, tó máa wà, tó dẹ̀ máa láwọn èèyàn tó máa ṣàkóso ẹ̀, tí wọ́n dẹ̀ nígbà àbẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, tí wọ́n ní bẹ́sùbẹ̀gbà, ibẹ̀ náà la máa ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àtúnṣe. Báwo lòfin yẹn á ṣe wá wáyé? Kò lè wáyé ní Nàìjíríà because omi ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀ Nàìjíríà bọ́n ṣe ṣe òun nìyẹn, bí ó dẹ̀ ṣe ẹ̀ǹdì nìyẹn. So ìdí nìyẹn tó ní kálukú fi lọ ní láti lọ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ wá lọ ṣe ètò òfin tó múnádóko tó máa wà fún tẹrú tọmọ. Gbogbo ìbéèrè tó wù kó fẹ́ béèrè, torí mo rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ a máa béèrè pé ẹlẹ́fẹ́ Yorùbá nation tẹ́ bá gbà tán gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe fẹ́ ṣe kí gbogbo ánsà ẹ̀ ó ti wà nínú national anthem wa. Lọ jókòó kó gbọ́ national anthem yẹn dáadáa wá bí rẹ̀ wípé ok ṣé ó ní túmọ̀ sí ẹ tó bá wá interpret ẹ̀ tán tí ìwọ náà bá wá ní ọpọlọ tọ́lọ́run bá fún ẹ láǹfààní tó ló ṣeé ṣe ìwọ náà lè ní nǹkan ipa tó ní láti kó nínú ìrìn àjò yìí. Tọ́lọ́run fún ẹ láǹfààní pé ìwọ náà lọ́pọlọ ó ní nǹkan kan tó lè ṣe nínú àwọn nǹkan tí orin national anthem yẹn tó ń sọ. You will now join the forces. You will now let people know pé this is what I have to offer, but you need to be honest. Kò ń ṣe pé kó o dé kí ìwọ náà wá jà fún ipò. Kò ń ṣe kó o dé kó wá máa jà pé kán lé àwọn kan kú ò fẹ́ dúró síbẹ̀. No, bring your idea to the table. Sit down with people of like minds, rub minds. Let there be a dialogue. Èwo ló dánú nǹkan tó sọ, èwo ni ò dá. Okay, ẹ jẹ́ ká dárò, ẹ jẹ́ ká wò. Let's compare it. Báwo ló ṣe máa pé wa? Like I said the other time, let's go round. All these great countries, all these great nations, how are they doing it? What's in their laws? What are the things working? Which ones have loopholes? Let's get all of them together. Let's compile the list. Let the experts sit down and then let them remember, bring our culture and tradition into it. Let's see how we are going to work it into our Yoruba nation system. And let's build something on that. I promise you, if we do all these things, they are going to work. It's going to work for us. We will be the envy of nations very soon. We will be the envy of nations very soon. But to a lot of people, because they have been brainwashed, and see, our religious practice is not also helping. People go to church, the pastors are not ready to tell them the truth. They are still lying to them, even though they know the truth. They know that what is on ground right now, there's nothing right in it. But they are not going to say the truth because they are benefiting from the status quo. Yes. So they are never going to say the truth. Same thing goes for the Afars. Forget about the Onisheshe because they don't really have a say. Nobody even want to mention them. But the only thing we like to do is to just heap all the blames and put it on them. Àwọn àṣà, àwọn culture yẹn ni. Enough is enough. I tend to argue with some people that are telling us, Muslim ticket. And like I do tell people, it's not about religion. It's not about the Muslim ticket itself. Shebi, Ibatabiola contest, it was a Muslim ticket. Did you hear anybody make that much noise? No. People didn't make that much noise because they did not deem it necessary. Because the individuals involved, nobody can produce any video or audio where they were talking as if they like one religion more than the other, or nobody can actually bring out anything that says they have pledged their allegiance to any religious society. You understand what I'm saying? So that was why it was so easy that nobody questioned them. You cannot compare that with this present situation. And as at that time, Nigeria was not in this situation. It was a different scenario. So there are some things that are uncomparable that you cannot compare them with each other. There are some things. I intentionally brought my face online because, like I do say, when someone is talking to you and they are hiding behind a curtain, you cannot see their face. You will never know how serious they are, if they are lying to you or they are telling you the truth. Yes, when somebody is talking to you, it's always good to have a facial interaction and to see the person so that you will understand them. Actually, for the speaker himself or herself, it's a good thing because it helps you to interact with the people better and the people get to understand you better. It's not a way to ridicule somebody. It's just a way of telling somebody that just do what is right. So some people might take it as an insult. It's not an insult. It's the truth. How will people take you serious when you are not acting serious? People can never take you serious. You have to act serious, and you have to show them the seriousness in you. So if I sit behind the curtain the whole day and talk all these jargons and I walk away, a lot of intellectuals will be like, we can't even see the person talking. He was just talking. Maybe he was even reading it. Maybe somebody gave him. So if somebody comes out tomorrow and say, oh, somebody sent him to be saying all those stuff, they wrote it down for him, a lot of people will believe them. But see, it would be hard for anybody to believe it now because they will say, no, I saw the guy. The guy was just sitting there and he was just talking. There was no script. So it's even more to my own benefit. I mean, to my own advantage than any other thing. But as I was saying, we have a long way to go. But we could make it easy for ourselves. Yes, very, very easy. We could make it very, very easy for ourselves. And that would be when we stand in unity. Unity of purpose. When we all know the reason why we are doing it. For those that will put themselves in the sun today, believing they are voting for their candidates, well, I admire your courage. I say well done. But I would like to tell you that energy could have been used in a better way by supporting what is good, by supporting what is the best as at this present time, which is wherever you come from, be you the Igbo tribe, the Hausa tribe, or the Yoruba tribe, by standing that these things should be separated and everybody should go their separate way. And let's start building, right from scratch. I promise you, if everybody does it right, even the Hausa people, if they go and they do everything right, yes, they will come out successful. They will bring something out of it. Nobody is saying they are not going to succeed. But see, it looks like they are not even ready to try. They are not ready for that. Because they believe this status quo needs to remain so that they can keep on benefiting from it without doing anything, without working. I told you, Ajia Najatu Muhammad told us they found some rocks in the north that can fetch so much money. But where is the money going to? Why didn't the rest of us Nigerians know about this before now? Because I know if tomorrow they said they just find crude oil somewhere in Ile-Ife or in Kwara State, it will be on the news. The whole world, the whole Nigeria will know about it. And it will probably become a federal government project, right? But when did they find those rocks in the north that makes that much money? Yes, sir. I got you, my brother Abdul Gafar. I got you. Ìyáàfin Dami Fáfiolú ẹ ṣeun gan ni. Mo rí yín, ẹ ṣeun gan. Ẹ kú bẹ́ ṣe ń gbà wá níyànjú pé ohun tá à ń ṣe pé ó ń tẹ́ yín lọ́rùn. Ilé àtọ̀nà gbogbo yín náà ní bàjẹ́. Alàgbà Tíó Adésínà, thank you so much. Mo rí yín bẹ̀. Thank you for the encouragement. I appreciate you all. If you are here, I have not seen your name or mentioned your name, please. It's not that I did not recognize you or did not respect you. It's just that I didn't see it. Moki Busayo Abbas, Esheun Gonte Darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. I'm thanking you all. You are all blessed. Lónìí náà, mo gbàgbé, Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze wà kan náà. Òun náà jáde ládùúgbò ẹ̀mí tó ti lọ dìbò. Eré ló bá kú òǹbẹ̀. Ó sáré kú òǹbẹ̀ nígbà tí wàhálà dé. You see, these are the things we are saying. Sometimes because we can sit in the comfort of our homes and talk, we tend to look at the other people that are seeing things differently. Probably because we are comfortable, we can get whatever we want whenever we need it. We tend to say some things or do some things. But until the time it happens to us, then we realize like, okay, this is what the people are facing. Mo rántí Daddy Freeze bí kò tí pòsù kan. I guess he went to the bank, right? He put his ATM there. He was trying to use the ATM. Probably he was late. And the ATM took his card. Didn't give him no money. Didn't return his card. He made a video and he called out the name of the bank. And then the man made a gesture and said, if they don't want him to say anything or do anything about them, they need to bring his card to him at home. Voila! Lo and behold, the almighty Daddy Freeze. The bank actually sent his card back to him at home. And Daddy Freeze was happy. He came out praising them. Oh, they have the best customer service. It's the best bank that he has ever known. But let me ask you, you and I know, if that was not Daddy Freeze, if Daddy Freeze doesn't have a platform, doesn't have a voice, if Daddy Freeze was not a popular person, a public figure, would that bank do what they did? No, they will not. They will care less. It will be like ajá ló ń gbó ta ló ń sọ̀rọ̀. Tó bá yá, ó máa wá síbí wá béèrè káàdì míì. Tó bá tún wá gan, àní fún ní káàdì, ó dìgbà tá bá tó fẹ́ fún kankan ò dẹ̀ ní ṣẹlẹ̀. Mímí kankan ò ní mì. Remember that lady that lost, was it 4 million naira that was taken out of her account? Huh? Where is it done? You are just sitting in your house and you are receiving bank alert telling you that you have withdrawn money from your account. And you are sitting there, you know you didn't withdraw no money. Up to the tune of 4 million. That this lady had to come online and be crying that she doesn't have any more money. That was the whole money. In fact, it's so ironic that she actually was an ex-staff of the same bank. And they did that to her. She had to come online and be begging that people should help her. to make sure she gets her money back. Should it be that hard or difficult? Huh? As somebody that has worked with the same bank before, shouldn't it have been as easy as her going in there and finding out, oh God, what happened? Oh, bye. Shouldn't they have resolved that and make sure that she gets her money back? But no. They were telling her stories, giving her the run around. So, well, your money was, when the money was withdrawn, it went into this account in this other bank. So go and talk to this other bank. No. I kept my money with you. If my money is missing, I have my debit card with me. I did not do the transaction. You do not have anything to prove that I did it. You should be the one to go and look for my money and bring it back to me. I shouldn't have to worry. I shouldn't have to move an inch. That's the way it should be. I don't even think up till now that lady got her money back. Or maybe I did not see the other stories, the subsequent ones after that. But to the best of my knowledge, that was it. So let's even leave that aside. Personal experience. My own sister experienced the same thing. Money came in, she saw it, went to the bank, put her ATM in the ATM machine to get some money out. The ATM machine did not give her any money. No money was dispensed. You remember, you all know this. In Nigeria, people have to queue at the ATM machine, which is so funny to me. While she was standing there, it's a lot of people on the queue that needs to get money. And everybody's like, she needs to hurry up. And she's like, well, I already punched in what I want. And my card is in there. I don't have my card. I don't have the money. So I need to get the money and get my card. But see, the machine didn't dispense any money. Then people advise her like, well, since he did not dispense your money and you don't have your card, maybe you should step into the bank and talk to them, let them know what happened. She went in the bank to talk to them. Right in the bank, now they have an opportunity to ask her even some things that you would normally not tell them. When you are in such a situation, they ask you questions and you have no choice but to give them, such information. So she ended up telling them probably a PIN number and some other things. Lo and behold, as soon as she did that and she was talking to them, she got alert that somebody withdrew all the money. All the money vanished. Then they turned around and told her, oh, go and fill affidavit at the court. Go and do this, go and do that. Up till now that I'm talking to you, she didn't get the money back. But they can take Daddy Freeze card and take it to his house and give it to him. The same Daddy Freeze today came out to vote and kind of have a little taste of what an ordinary or a common man feels every day. I'm not saying that the Freeze has never been through anything like that before. But ever since that the Freeze has become a public figure, I don't think he has gone through what he went through today. All because he came out, he wanted to vote his conscience. He wanted to vote for his candidate. He believed in his candidate. His candidate can do it. Right? Let's talk about that audio that you were listening to before. Audio tẹ́ ń gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. Ṣé àwọn pé audio yẹn débì kan tí Shettima tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nǹkan táwọn máa fojú àwọn ẹ̀yà Ìgbò rí pé torí nígbà kan nígbà tí Jonathan wà ní power wọ́n arrest àwọn èèyàn wọn èèyàn wọn láti ilẹ̀ Haúsá ní ilẹ̀ Ìgbò wọ́n kó wọn wọ́n lòdù gbogbo wọn sọ pé ọ̀daràn ni wọ́n pé terrorist ni wọ́n wípé táìmù táwọn lóde yìí pé kí Ìbíkúnlé Amósùn kó máa wo nǹkan táwọn máa ṣe sáwọn Ìgbò kó máa wo nǹkan táwọn máa fojú wọn rí èmi àti yín tàbá ní tanra wa ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tán fojú àwọn Ìgbò rí o àbẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ̀ wọn tí stop nǹkan tán fojú wọn rí gan. Ṣé mọye wọn tán ti pa nílẹ̀ Ìgbò tí wọ́n ní terrorist ni wọ́n igbá kan ṣẹlẹ̀ àwò kan ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣé mọ bọ́n ṣe kó àwọn military men tán lọ kó wọn jòkó síbẹ̀ pé kán máa pa wọ́n lójoojúmọ́. Abẹ́ ti gbàgbé ẹ rántí ẹ ti gbàgbé. Lélẹ̀ tí ò tiẹ̀ tí dópin gan tí ò tí parí. Preamble ni gbogbo yẹn. Wọ́n sì ń ṣe press up lọ́wọ́ ni. Wọ́n ń ṣe exercise. Wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ actual game. Ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí òun kọ́ ló wà láàrẹ àbí igbákejì ààrẹ ńgbà tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. But we all saw what happened to those people. Not to talk of tírú ẹni tó bá di igbákejì ààrẹ àbí tó bá di ààrẹ. Imagine what will happen. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó fi sábẹ́ ahọ́n tí ò sọ nípa Yorùbá. Imagine what will happen to even the Yoruba people itself. Yes. Gbogbo ẹnu ni mo lè fi sọ. Eré kí lajá ń bẹ́kùn ṣe. Wọ́n ń tọwọ́ bá bàjá ẹran jíjẹ. Bọ́wọ́ bá bẹ́kùn gangan fúnra rẹ̀ ẹran jíjẹ ni. Àwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ń fẹ́, wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Àwa la ṣì ń jókòó síbi nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ ká ní bìlífù nú ẹ̀ tán fẹ́ jẹ́ ká gbàgbọ́ nú ẹ̀. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tí à ń bá bọ̀, mo gbọ́ lánàá bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ sọ pé gbogbo ohun tó bá gbà làwọn máa fún. Òbí gbọ́dọ̀ wọlé ní dandan tàbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ni, nítorí pé àwọn ṣetán àti bá Tinubu fà á délẹ̀. Kò dẹ̀ tí ìyé wọ̀ yí pé ó ní force kan somewhere behind all that tó fi lè tún mú bàbá yẹn tó tún jáde tó tún fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ pé sẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tó bá máa gbà ló máa gbà. You and I know who Tinubu is, pé Tinubu náà ò ní gbà. Ọbásanjọ́ náà lòun ò ní gbà. Ẹjá máa wòran, ẹjá wo ibi tí ó já sí. Ìwọ tó bá mọ irú èèyàn tí bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ jẹ́ tún rán ẹ létí ohun tí Kálù tó sọ nípa bàbá.
And kill it, and that's how we killed it.
So His Excellency Ojus Okalu was one of them. Maybe that was one of the reasons you are under attack.
No, that is the major reason why I'm under attack. Because President Obasanjo told me that I will kneel down and suffer for the rest of my life. That he will deal with me, that he will crumble me.
Sunday, torí èmi ò lè ṣàlàyé fún yín irú èèyàn tí bàbá jẹ́. Àwọn tó mọ bàbá tọ́jọ́ ń jẹ, tọ́jọ́ ń mu, tọ́jọ́ ń ṣe. Àwọn tó gbé bàbá wá pé kí bàbá wá ṣe ààrẹ nígbà alágbádá. Àwọn náà la pè, àwọn ni wọ́n sọ fún wa bó bá ṣe jẹ́. Àwọn náà mọ bàbá jù wá lọ. Ẹja àjọ máa gbọ́ lọ.
He told me face to face, that is the truth. So I don't care about what he says. Oh my God, I'm still wearing nice suit till tomorrow. I'm still seeing him till tomorrow. The immorality in a man is in Obasanjo, who cannot speak through double petal. You see, Obasanjo is a shameless man because he's supposed to be one-term president. This is the promise he made to us. I went to Babangida.
Oh, you mean there was a promise that
there was a deal made.
He said it was a lie.
It's not a lie, it's the truth. No. I was there. There was a deal made.
They want to do the Mandela option.
He said he will do one tenure. Then you, President Babangida, you will continue. This was a deal made. Babangida is alive. Obasanjo is alive. Let any of them contradict it. We'll go to ATA and talk about it. So it's not a lie. It's the truth. So there was a deal made. I went with Babangida to him. When Babangida informed him that they like him to be the president. They said, how many presidents will you make him be?
Yes, that was the
I'm not interested. He woke up, he was wearing a short knicker, khaki short knicker. He went back, I came back, I said, Ibrahim, well, what you are just trying to tell me is that I only do 4 years and I hand over to you. So we sat him down and we started talking. He said yes, he will do one tenure. I was there. I'm not saying somebody said.
Wow.
So how can he be lying to the nation? On many occasions I confronted Babangida when he wanted, this was the reason why he wanted to fight him in 2003. Babangida said no, he would not want to confront his boss.
Oh, yeah.
That was the reason. And we say, okay, since you cannot do it, let's use Atiku to do it. At the tail end, Atiku said no. He had made up with his boss. So we are stranded. We could have used one governor to remove him.
You see how they are playing with people's lives. This is all these people do. When they wake up till the time they go to bed, they are scheming, they are planning on other people's lives and how to better their own lives.
But
You mean impeachment?
not impeachment. No, 2003 election. Obasanjo was gone.
Okay, was gone. Okay. Because we learned that he knelt down and begged Atiku in his bed.
He also knelt down and begged me.
Where, sir?
In my bedroom. He came to the governor's lodge in Asokoro. He came middle of the night. He came straight to my bedroom because he's commander-in-chief. As commander-in-chief, the ADCs and security men have no right. They just knock on my bedroom. I opened. It was him. He knelt down and begged me. And after that, he won. I went to greet him. He said, I will suffer throughout my life for what I did to him. So this is the kind of man you are talking about. Obasanjo is an animal. He's not supposed to be. He's supposed to be caged where chimpanzees are in zoo.
Sir, why is there no petition before the FCC?
Who told you? There are 7 petitions. Go and ask Magu. I'm not a friend of Magu. Go and ask Magu. If you know, there are many petitions against Obasanjo. 16 billion and other money he stole and money he gave to businessmen. Obasanjo is owner of so many companies you are seeing today in Nigeria.
But why it appears as if there's no activities around it, as if, you know, as
people know, they don't want to talk about it. This is why the US intelligence or the North American intelligence agencies don't respect him. The European Union don't respect him. His power is only in AU. They don't respect him because they know he's a thief.
So, but let me ask you, where did you get the courage from? Because you see,
it's not courage. I say what other people fail to say.
A lot of people would have been wasted. Where did you get that courage to say the truth? I mean,
because listen, I have overcome death.
Okay.
I have no fear of dying. I can die tomorrow. I can die today. So all those fears are out of me. I'm not even afraid of who will kill me and who will not kill me.
You are called to have breakfast with Obasanjo now. Will you or not to eat the same food? And if you cook the food and give you, will you eat it, sir?
Yes, I will eat it.
But no, if Obasanjo...
I told you I have overgrown fear of death.
Oh, okay, sir.
I was in Egbaland the other day. I slept there for 2 nights.
In Egbaland?
Yes, I was in Egbaland. I was in Owu. I slept there for 2 nights. I ate every food they brought. I ate everything they brought because I have accepted Jesus as my savior. So I'm not even afraid of death. After all, our Lord Jesus Christ died at 33 years old. If next week, at the end of the weekend, I'm 58. Yeah. So what am I afraid of?
Ẹtí ẹgbọ́ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, that's Orji Uzor ara àwọn best padi bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ ni. Òun àti Ibrahim Babangida wọ́n jọ kan gbòógì nínú àwọn tí wọ́n jọ gbìmọ̀ pọ̀ pé ẹjá lọ gbé Ọbásanjọ́ lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n ti pa Abíọ́lá tán tí wọ́n sì mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ń ta ńgbà náà ó dàbí ohun tó wà ńlẹ̀ lónìí tá à ń sọ yìí náà ni pé Yorùbá ò ní gbà pẹ̀lú ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ wàhálà sì lè ṣẹlẹ̀ kí wàá láá ṣe fún Yorùbá kí láá fi pa Yorùbá lẹ́nu mọ́ ó ní mo ṣe ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká tún ráwọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ láàrin wa lẹ́yìn ohun tí ó come to happen after this election tó ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ yìí Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká tún ráwọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ láàrin wa tí ó gbẹ̀yìn bẹbọ jẹ́ tí ó tún jẹ́ kó mí tẹ̀yìn wọ̀gbìn wa lẹ́nu irú ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí Abíọ́lá kú ńjọ́ kìíní àná tọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa ti lérò tá a ti ń rò wípé wọn lọ́nà àbáyọ Yorùbá ti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn báyìí kó tó di pé omi tẹ̀yìn wọ̀gbìn wa lẹ́nu tí wọ́n lọ gbé Ọbásanjọ́ wá tí wọ́n wá fi jẹ ààrẹ lélẹ̀ tó fi ṣe àpẹẹrẹ pé àṣà ti fèèyàn yín síbẹ̀ Yorùbá yín ṣáà ló wà ń bẹ̀ ìjà kílẹ̀ wá fẹ́ mọ jà nísìn Ọlọ́run má tún jẹ́ ká tún rí ọ̀dàlẹ̀ láàrin wa tí ó tún lọ ṣe kínni tí ó tún ti lọ gbẹ̀yìn bẹbọ jẹ́ níbi tá a dé dúè lórí eléyìí tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. ara ọ̀rọ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn òun lẹ gbọ́ tí wọ́n ń tàkúrọ̀sọ ẹ̀yẹn tí wọ́n ń bi ọ̀gbẹ́ni yẹn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀. ó ń ṣàpẹẹrẹ ó ń ṣàpèjúwe irú èèyàn tí bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ tí wọ́n jẹ́ fún wa. ó sì ń sọ àwọn díẹ̀ nínú nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà yẹn òun la fi tí ara wa gbọ́ yẹn. bàbá yẹn lẹ gbọ́ tó jáde tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá pé gbogbo ohun tó bá gbà lòun ṣetán láti fún Òbí ó gbọ́dọ̀ di ààrẹ nítorí pé kíni Tinubu ò gbọ́dọ̀ di ààrẹ. lélẹ̀ tó ń ṣe àpẹẹrẹ pé ó dìídì mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ ó pe Tinubu níjà sójú ọ̀gbagadè pé gbogbo ohun tó bá mọ̀ gbogbo ọ̀nà tó bá mọ̀ ó yá mo ṣetán mo fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ fa wàhálà ò ní wọlé. òun ló fà á nígbà tí mo kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí mo ń bẹ̀ wá mọ́nítọ̀ ṣóńkàlùkù wa ṣàlàáfíà la wà ṣé gbogbo nǹkan ń lọ déédéé níbi táwa wà ṣàdúgbò wa ń dùn. mo wá bẹ̀ wá mọ́nítọ̀ tó bá ti wà nù ilé ẹ̀ tàdúgbò ẹ̀ ń dùn tí gbogbo ẹ̀ ń lọ déédéé Ọlọ́run ti ṣe kínni Ọlọ́run ti fún ọ lálàáfíà Ọlọ́run ti jẹ́ kó jẹun yóò nìyẹn mọ́ wàá wá bẹ́kùnbẹ́kùn kiri mọ́ lọ bí tí wọ́n ti gún ọ́ngò èèyàn kan náà ti gúngò lójúlé nìyí àbí èèyàn kan náà ti gba fóònù rẹ̀ tí wọ́n ti lé dànù tó jẹ́ pé ó ní láti sá àsálà fẹ́mi ẹ̀ ni. èèyàn kan náà ní gbajúmọ̀ tó rò pé toró ń jẹ́ gbajúmọ̀ bóyá kò sí nǹkan kan tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ tí mo sọ fún yín pé irú eré tó sá lẹ́nìí bóyá kò sárí bó bá sárí ọjọ́ ti pẹ́ tó ti sárú ẹ̀gbẹ̀yìn àmọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́nìí. mo sì ń sọ fún wa mo ní tẹ́ bá lọ sí ojú ẹ̀rọ ayélujára ẹ rí gbogbo àwọn fọ́nrán yìí ó wà lórí Twitter ó wà lórí Instagram bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ bá lọ ń gbọ́ àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ìròyìn móhùnmáwòrán ti Nàìjíríà àbí àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ wọn ò ní sọ àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí wọn ò ní sọ jáde o wọn ò ní sọ fún yín ní mo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ohun tẹ́ mọ́ gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn tí wọ́n mọ̀ tẹnu mọ́ náà ni pé ìdìbò ń lọ ní ìrọwọ́rọsẹ̀ gbogbo nǹkan ń lọ déédéé wọ́n mọ̀ wá ṣàpèjúwe fún yín pé ìgbà táwọn dé àdúgbò ibì kan wámúwámú làwọn ọmọ ológun dúró tí wọ́n ń wò ta wọ́n ń retí àwọn ẹni tí ó wàá sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ dà lúrú ohun tẹ́ mọ̀ gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn nìyẹn. bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn kan ń dà lúrú níbi tó yẹ káwọn èèyàn ti dìbò. mo ti sọ fún wa lénìí mo ní àti rí fọ́nrán níbi tí MC Olúọmọ tó dúró sí polling unit tó ní ìyálàyà ọmọ tán bá bí dáa kó wá síbẹ̀ kó wá dìbò fún ẹni táwọn ò bá sọ pé kó dìbò fún. ìlú tó lófin tó lọ́ba tó níjòyè náà nù o agbára ò tí ì dọ́wọ́ wọn o ẹ máa ṣàgbéyẹ̀wò àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò tí ń bá jayò pa o. mo ò ní nǹkan kan against MC Olúọmọ ṣùgbọ́n mo ní nǹkan against nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn torí pé kò bá òfin mu why tó sì wà ń bẹ̀ tó ń ṣe nǹkan tó ń ṣe yẹn tí òfin ò tí ì gbé why. so gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa ká ṣàkíyèsí ẹ̀ ní bí ìdìbò ṣe ń lọ lọ́wọ́ asáré wá ṣe léèní kò ìdópin ṣe àwọn pé ìdìbò sì ń lọ lọ́wọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ń ṣe gáfárà díẹ̀ fún mi láàyè ẹ jẹ́ ká tún lọ gather information díẹ̀ ká tún lọ wo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ mò ń padà bọ̀ o wọn ládùúgbò ìdọ́là bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bó ṣe ń padà bọ̀ lénìí láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà ẹ jẹ́ ká tún lọ wo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń tà ń bẹ̀ yẹn ẹ jẹ́ á lọ sí ojú ẹ̀rọ ayélujára á tún padà wá á wà fún yín lábọ̀ títí dìgbà yẹn mò ń bẹ gbogbo wa ìwọ tó bá ń wò mí lọ́wọ́ tó wà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ní ibi tán sì ń pè ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè á dáàbò bò ẹ́ o ìwọ náà dáàbò bò rẹ o stay out of harm's way bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìbùkún ni fún ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ náà tó fọgbọ́n ṣe ààbò Ọlọ́run tó dájú á wà lórí gbogbo wa o láṣẹ Èdùmarè ohun tí Elédùmarè tó fẹ́ mú jáde nínú ohun tó ń ṣe fún wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá tá fi gba orílẹ̀-èdè tiwa Elédùmarè á mú wá sí ìmúṣẹ títí dìgbà tá bá pàdé èmi ọmọ yín náà ni o àbúrò yín ọ̀rẹ́ yín olólùfẹ́ yín Dr. Mike Ọlá Ifágúgù alẹ́ mi ò ní parọ́ fún yín sẹ́ bó bá ṣe rí lèmi ó sọ fún yín láì fi ti bẹ̀rù bójó ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.